We talking trade deadline. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, follow, giddy up, whatever other button you need to hit. Hit them.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored. They did it.
Left, beat left.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Folks, Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Welcome in, everybody. This is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. We are brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. We know many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues, and we are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. Tom Arnone, Ryan Brodo, Ralph Del Vecchio, Greg Milanovic, Frank Vespi, Noah Eaton, Nate Moss. I'm sure will be joining us soon, later, whatever later is. We got a ton to talk to you about tonight. March Madness. We'll go over it. Sweet 16 now. Sweet 16 talk. It's been, listen, for missing a year, I mean, boy, did they redeem themselves. For sure. If you want upsets and you like Cinderellas and you're all into that, it's been an extremely fun one. And typical March Madness, everything for the most part comes down to the final 3 to 5 minutes of basketball games. It's crazy. It's nuts. It's so much fun. The NBA's been a ton of fun, too. We'll circle the league, talk about, obviously, we'll have the Jazz Nets. We'll be doing some reactions to that, I'm sure. Rooting on the Jazz tonight. Now we're Team Jazz because screw the Nets. We'll do NBA trade updates and predictions. This will be our little, NBA trade deadline special show leading into the 3 o'clock hard stop on that tomorrow. And we'll go over, which is our main topic, Sixers deadline rumors, because I'm not going to say there's a lot out there, but there's at least 3 or 4 that are out there and that are being talked about. And to me, ad nauseum, but they're being talked about. And, we're going to do it for the people, and we'll continue to talk about it ad nauseum if you even want something to happen, which we talked about last night. But our poll question, which is brought to you by, I don't show it too soon, bodycheckwellness.com. Use promo code A2D, 20% off. Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Go check them out. Bodycheckwellness.com. Promo code A2D, 20% off. Just givers. Maybe Daryl Morey will give to some of you that need it. Ryan. The Philadelphia 76ers will make a trade before Thursday's deadline. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live, and everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Please like, please subscribe, please follow, comment in, talk to us tonight. So this is so weird because we're 31-13. We have the best record right now in the National Basketball Association, or most wins. All right. We're the beast of the East. We continue to find ways to win games. We're winners at 9 out of our last 10. If we didn't cough a game up to Milwaukee, your winners at 10-10. Okay. Your winners at 9-10. You're 4-1 without Joel Embiid. Okay. You find ways to win games. You're without Seth Curry. You're finding ways to win games. I don't know how to feel if they're definitely going to make a move before Thursday. I think they're in a very weird situation, unlike a lot of other teams. You never build your team to beat one team. You never do that. When you do that, you lose before you see that team. It's going to happen. If you build this team just to beat the Nets, you're never going to see the Nets. All right? I promise you that. You won't see the Nets. You try to build them to beat them. Okay? It's never going to happen. What Doc Rivers said post-game last night because I know a lot of guys on here are going to agree. So I'll get the party of disagree started here. But he said, we're winners in 9 out of our last 10. We're in a great place. No need for trade talk, right? There's no need for it. Now, that's coach speak. I get it. Not going to come out and say we're trading people, but everything he said is factual. Like, why are we talking trades? We're winners in 9 of our last 10. We don't need to have this conversation. He's also said he hasn't talked to the younger players about trades. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. That doesn't mean Daryl doesn't have something up his sleeve. But I would not be shocked if they stay put. I'm like really 50-50 on if they do or don't make a move, right? And I think probably a lot of people are. But I think because of their situation and how good of basketball they played, internally, you have to literally sit there and say, do I want to do this? Right? Because it's not just about going to get a talented player. It's about changing chemistry, maybe. It's about changing something in your locker room. Right? So any player they're going to go get, they better have done a ton of homework on what kind of guy they're getting. Right? Because you got a basketball team that just, they're tough. They're gritty. They play great defense. So what are you going to have to give up for some of these guys? Is it going to kill your bench? Right? That's why I'm out on Kyle Lowry. If Kyle Lowry gets traded here, I'm probably going to be pissed off. All right? But then the first game he plays, I'm going to say, let's go win and get basketball games. All right? But I'll be mad at first. Todd, I disagree with you. I had this, Todd, to sit there and say they're not good enough right now, literally is mind-boggling to me. It's literally mind-boggling. What else do you have to do to be good enough? You were 31-13, the best record in the Eastern Conference. And how many games has your MVP of the league missed? And how many games have you won without him? You're 3 games over 500 on the road. Right? What else do you need to do to be a championship caliber team? Championship caliber teams play both ends. They play both ends more than any team in basketball, in my opinion. Could they use upgrades? Sure. But if people think that if they don't make a move, it's over, wow, because they might not. That's why I disagree, because they might not. And they sure as hell, I don't think are making a big splash. Okay? I don't think they're making a big splash. Norman Powell to me is not a big splash, okay? Now, the only big splash I could see is Lonzo. That's the big splash I could see. I don't think Kyle Lowry's happening here, personally. All right? I don't think Daryl Morey is going to give up all that. He's got to be smarter than that. He has to be. You don't have a job. Your job's not on the line. You know what I mean? You just got here. Your job's not on the line. So I'm going to disagree. Family out there, let us know. I can see him not doing it. And if what Doc Rivers said means anything, maybe that will lean you towards a disagree. I just don't know what else they need to do. Like, you guys are saying they're not good enough. The best player in the league isn't playing, and they're still winning games. Have you watched the Lakers without LeBron? Have you sat back and watched the goddamn Lakers without LeBron James? So don't tell me this team isn't good enough when they're beating everybody they're playing without him. Without him. And they beat Milwaukee with him. Who the hell are you all scared of? You don't need to buy a dog. Too many kittens running around your houses. You're scared of somebody. God damn it. This is what's wrong with us. What's wrong with us? We got a 5-year goddamn window. Trade everything. We can't win without Kyle Lowry. Who said he's a bum, Green Bean? He's 30-5. Do you want to win the next 5 years, or are you trying to win right now? And that's it. Because right now we can still win. You're acting like Cleopatra, like you got crystal balls, right? So you're going to try to crystal ball me and say, well, we get Kyle Lowry. That puts us over the top. Does it? Because Jimmy Butler came here and y'all told me the same damn thing. Tom, you should know it's not about the record. What Hawks team you talking about, Donovan? The Hawks team without fucking Horford? Not about Horford. Who was it? Who was on it? Yeah, it was Horford. It was I know what team you're talking about, dude. Are you kidding me?
Wasn't Josh Smith on that team?
Yeah, he might have been. Right?
I think Kyle Korver was on that team too that year. Yeah, yep.
We appreciate the donation. Yeah. Are you guys fucking okay?
What? It wasn't Dominique Wilkins and Spud Webb?
No, that's the one I thought.
It might have been the Atlanta Hawks team with Pete Maravich. And if we go backwards, we could say Bob Pettit.
Bob Pettit.
You know, the last time the Hawks won anything was when they were in St. Louis.
True. Donovan, I love you more than a lot of people, but you're crazy. There ain't nobody on that roster that can play to the level of Joel Embiid. They were just a good team. We're a good team with stars. Millsap, that's who it was, Ev. That's who it was. It was Millsap. It was Millsap, Horford. I mean, they were good. Look at y'all clamor. You know what I mean? You'll just clamor. The grass is always goddamn green. I almost want to make a move and get bounced in the first fucking round. I almost want it to happen now because you play 2K. Oh, you say, oh my God, we got to do this. We got to make this move. We got a damn good basketball team. Goodness gracious. I'm not going to be mad if they go and get somebody, if it's the right deal, but the Lowry stuff, you don't need to buy a clue. George Hill, you need to buy a clue for too, Green Bean. You giving up Maxey and a first for George Hill? Look at George Hill. George Hill stinks. This is happened to George Hill. Go give me Norman Powell or Lonzo Ball, and I'll sit here and have a conversation with every freaking one of you. Okay? And then I'll talk parades, and I'll talk all the rest. Right? Now, George Hill and Kyle Lowry don't do it for me. They don't do it for me. I'm trying to win for the next 4 or 5 years. So get me Lonzo and pay him $25 million a year because I don't give a shit, or go get Norman Powell. Simple. Freaking simple. Damn it. Freaking Kyle Lowry triggers me. I love Kyle Lowry. Freaking triggers me. I didn't want him 3 fucking years ago. I didn't want him. Okay? I mean, Karam don't want to listen to it, but the dude underachieved in the playoffs his whole career.
The only time he didn't is when he had the unicorn with him.
Exactly. But, he had no part of it, huh? You're going to tell me he had no part of it. Yeah, he did.
Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan have lost their entire careers.
He was the 5th option on that
and
team.
shocking, DeMar DeRozan still losing in San Antonio, where they haven't lost in years.
So the poll, the Philadelphia
Coincidence?
Or make a trade before Thursday deadline. Agree or disagree? So I led the panel off with disagree just to get the people hot in the chat, and they're already hot. Freaking. Lowry, 37. You're going to pay him $30 million at 37 years old. And you guys, okay, check your all brains. Somebody check brains. Nobody's saying he's not getting dealt to that picture, right? You know what I mean? The peace sign and all that. He's obviously moving on.
Better not be here. I'll tell you that right now. Better.
That Miami give Power Hero and all these freaking good players for him, and then watch how much better. Siakam's an issue, first off. So I don't know what's going to happen with Siakam because he's a problem. Okay? He's having issues, right? Big-time issues there. But,
I was about to say, a good problem or a bad problem?
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going with that for a second, Tom.
Yeah, no, you're right. He hasn't taken the step that they thought he would.
Him and Nick Nurse been going at it.
Yeah.
So, but that's all. I mean,
because he's regressed.
So go get me one of them. Go get me somebody that can not only help me this year, but can help me for the next 3 to 5 years. That's where I stand. And if you don't agree with that side of it, I suggest you stop watching sports. If you think that 37-year-olds are going outside of LeBron James are going to be in conversations for championships and play at their highest level at 37. Guy couldn't play at his highest level at 27 in the playoffs. Now he's playing at his highest level at 37. Oh my goodness. And that's a young man's game, baby. This ain't Tom Brady. This is a young man's game running up and down the court. That ain't an old man's game. You don't need to lock in. And if you disagree with me, pound the like. If you agree with me, pound the like. Wherever you're watching us at, join in on the show. Join in the conversation. We're going to get to everybody's comments. We're going to get a rapid fire with them. All guys on the board are going to circle on the poll, and I'm sure it's going to be a Grease City. So everybody sit back, soak it in. The Philadelphia 76ers, you can hate me, but you'll love the rest of these guys. We'll make a trade before Thursday's trade deadline. Agree or disagree? Whoever wants to, go ahead. Time's yours, as Andy would like to say.
I'll go real quick. I actually disagree to the poll. I don't believe that they're going to make a move before.
Were you trolling somebody?
No, I don't. I want them to make a move, and I do not think they're going to make a move. I don't think they're going to make a move. I don't. It sounds like that the asking price for all these guys, the Lowrys, the Oladipos, all the names that we really don't want. Even the guys like Lonzo, who we do want. It sounds like the asking price is astronomical. And then the one name I think we can all, at least me and you, Tom, from last night, that we both like is Norman Powell. Really, there's like 17 teams that are checking in on him. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like a boat race to try and get him.
That team from China that we played like last year,
Like, Ben hits threes on.
like they checked in. You know what I mean? Like everybody's
Trying to get him a 10-year deal with stock assets into the franchise. No, honestly, I think the most we're going to see out of the Sixers tomorrow is a small deal that could be DeLon Wright or Wayne Ellington. Honestly, okay. I don't believe a splash is coming. I don't think the Norman Powell thing is going to happen. I would love it. I would love it if Lonzo, that deal happened. But to me, it seems like it's a really crowded market, and everyone that is selling, they're selling way too high, in my opinion. So I think we heard Doc's opinions. We've seen that Darrow is going to go through Doc, and they're really going to, neither one of them are going to go rogue and say, oh, I'm just making a move. And I truly believe that unless there's something where they truly believe they can get a steal on somebody or a quick, cheap, easy deal like a DeLon Wright, Wayne Ellington, that they're just going to wait and see what happens in the buyout market, because all these names that are coming out is buyout guys. I mean, guys that we didn't even think about that could have gotten to the buyout market, like Austin Rivers and LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm not saying we would be on LaMarcus, but you know what I'm saying? I think this year is going to be a weird year as far as buyout candidates. It's going to be bigger names than we're used to. So to me, unless they feel like they can absolutely get a steal, I think they're going to stay and they're not going to make a move by tomorrow. I want them to, but I truly don't believe we're going to get it. And I think people are going to be upset. They're going to say, oh my God, we're not in it to win. But I truly believe that Doc Rivers, I don't think that's coach speak last night. If anything, I think that's a message to the fan base and his GM. Like, dude, no, we're good. We're good. We were one very lackluster performance away from being 10-0. 10-0. So, like I said, I'm rooting for it. I'm not rooting for a splash like I don't want George Hill. I'm good for the asking price that they're asking for. I definitely don't want Kyle Lowry. But no, I truly don't believe that we're going to see anything major or anything at all from the Sixers by tomorrow.
I agree to the poll. I think they're going to do something. I agree with you and both of you in a sense. It's not going to be a big move. I would be pissed if it's Lowry. Tommy, to your point, I didn't want Lowry when he became a free agent 3 years ago. I don't want him now, and especially at that asking price, right? Whether I would get rid of Danny Green or not is irrelevant, because you'd have to give up Danny Green and your entire bench just to make the money work.
Yep.
On top of Maxey and Thybulle, right? And then multiple picks. That's not worth it, right, Tommy? To your point, our window is not this year. If our window was this year, fine. Go out and get it. Go get Lowry. Get a veteran in here. You know what I mean? Like, get someone that you know has played in big games. Whether he's come up small or not's irrelevant. He's played in big games. I don't want that. Our window isn't this year. Our window is the next 3 to 5 years, especially depending on the health of Joel. Could be longer if he becomes a unicorn and stays healthy, right? Yeah. But I think something is happening, not earth-shattering. Ellington, I do like the Lonzo or Powell. I think one of them might happen. So I agree, but it's not a splash. It's going to be a complimentary piece, maybe just a bench piece, something maybe to upgrade, at the backup four. I would love Aldridge in a buyout market. Like, I would be all in on LaMarcus Aldridge.
When he come off the bench, would he be willing to understand where
I think so.
At this point of his career, though?
I think so. To have a chance to win here.
Does he care about that? I mean, I know it's a while ago, but that's the reason, he left Portland.
Yeah.
He didn't even like being the second fiddle to Dame there,
Yeah. But I mean, now he's not any issues in San Antonio, even as he's gotten older. I mean, I would love him as a backup on the buyout. But yeah, I mean, so I agree. I think something's happening. But I'm with you on nothing earth-shattering, nothing crazy, nothing blockbustery.
Yeah, this Tim, I mean, this makes you better. Agree. No way Morey is going to sit back and do nothing. Could be very true. It's something would happen. I think we all agree either like a buyout would happen at worst, right? So Like something's going to happen. But he said, agree with Tom, pass on Lowry. Lonzo Ball is the perfect fit for this team. Perimeter defense would be insane. And that's the big thing about Lonzo that makes him even more intriguing. I know a lot of people are sitting here saying JJ Redick, etc. And a buyout. I'm passing. I'm tired of bringing guys back. Is that a bad year? I know people think he's going to the Nets because he has a.
Was that Drew? Was that Drew throwing in JJ Redick?
I heard it might be true with JJ going to the Nets, at least from what I'm seeing on Twitter. I'm just waiting for the Woj bomb to be official with JJ going to the Nets.
What's up, Nate?
Let's go.
What up,
Brooklyn.
Well,
A2D Radio versus Money Pop Podcast is on the line. Let's go, Brooklyn.
Fuck Brooklyn.
Wow.
Secondly, Frank, the problem is that you know where people got this from? Because Woj said on ESPN's trade deadline show today that, because JJ has a house there. That was all it was said.
Yeah.
And then Twitter went running with it that, he's going to Brooklyn. Like, no, house there.
Yeah, and I thought in the last, whenever we were talking free agency regarding JJ Redick, I think it was just me, Ralph, and Ryan. Where's JJ going? I thought he was going to go to Brooklyn because he's at the twilight of his career. He's got somewhere to live at, so Brooklyn would probably make the most logical sense rather than, I don't know, New Orleans. But
have fun in Brooklyn.
Have fun in Brooklyn.
His legs are dead.
Yeah. Have fun in Brooklyn and enjoy another early playoff exit.
Get him, Frank! Get him, Frank!
Expose him! Expose him!
Frank, while you're going to the poll.
I agree to the poll as well. I also agree that we're not going to get a guy like Kyle Lowry because why would I invest money on a 35-year-old who wants an extension and, possibly derail the chemistry on this team? If the only move that would make sense is probably going to be for a bench or rotational piece. So I'm not looking to get into Kyle Lowry as much as I would like Kyle Lowry. Unfortunately, the league is not NBA 2K with the salary cap turned off in franchise mode. So, you know what? It's going to be a bench piece, and I'll be fine as well if we don't make a move. We won 9 out of our last 10 games. We're first in the East, so I'll be fine if we stay put as well. So,
John,
that's where I'm at.
Yeah. And John says our window not this year. Nobody's saying it's not this year, but you have the best record in the league. So, yeah, everybody understands it's this year. But nobody wants to talk about that the biggest move you're going to make as a basketball team coming up here, guess what it's going to be? You're going to get Joel Embiid back. Okay? Yep. All right, well, on a team that just keeps winning, you're going to get Joel back. And you know what else you're going to get? Nice little mid-season bring in. You're going to get Seth Curry back. So you're getting back 45 fucking points, and y'all want to, not you guys, I'm saying y'all out there, you got to right now. Yes, you can still win right now without going all in. You can be all in without having to trade to be all in. They made 3 moves before the season started. They went out and got Danny Green. They went out and got Seth Curry. They went out and got Dwight Howard, right? Like they went out and got things to be better and to compete. But everyone would say they're going to trust Daryl Morey. Like, listen, I love Daryl. Okay, but I'm not going to sit here and put my full faith and confidence like some of y'all do in a guy who I watched try to win playing small ball. Straight face. Watched him trying to win playing small ball in Houston with nobody over 6'7". Knock it off with the Daryl Morey can do no wrong. All right? He needs to learn from his mistakes because that was a big-time mistake in Houston trying to get cute with that. Oh, that's all. And it failed miserably for them. All right. Go ahead, Noah.
I don't think they make a move, nor should they. I mean, why would you bring in a 35-year-old, I don't want to say over the hill Lowry, but it's getting close. I mean, look, I think you stand pat. Embiid, he'll be back soon. They just got to tread water until then. They're 4-1, as you mentioned, without him. This is a championship caliber team. And I see no reason why they can't make a run to at least the Eastern Conference Finals as this roster is currently constructed.
Yeah, I'd say they're doing a little better job than just treading water, but you're absolutely right. I think they're full-fledged swimming without Joel.
Yeah. And they're 4-1 without him. They got the best record in the league. This is a solid team. They're fun to watch, and I look for a deep playoff run. And you definitely don't want to you don't want to be giving up too much for someone in Lowry who's just going to be a rental.
Let me say something. I'm going to lose my mind tonight. Philly boy, appreciate the comment, brother. LOL, this roster isn't good enough to win a chip. We need to go all in. Okay, I need a minute. Ralph, just hold on 1 second. Nate, hold on 1 second. Right, you guys will be up in this. Okay, so hold your jets. All right. I need to go out up in. Now I'm going to be like, I'm blocking. All right, I'm getting handsy right now. What are you talking about? What defines a championship roster? The best player in the goddamn league. If anybody's watched the NBA for freaking years, usually the best players are the last ones standing. And right now, I am going to hop on his back and still assume when he comes back that he's going to be absolutely dominant. So who the hell in this league has even shown they can slow him down? Just slow him down. Nobody has. The only team that tried to was Toronto by running 4 guys at him, and they lost both games. Okay? So everybody, please tell me how this roster is not good enough to win a championship when you have the best player in the league, and he's not a guard. He's a dominant big man where percentages are higher. So he's going to shoot 45, 50% night in, night out. Okay? Night in, night out. So you're going to tell me Ben and Joe can't play together? That's a lie. So knock it off. Okay? And what else? Tobias isn't a good enough second player when he drops 20 a night? What's not good enough? Danny Green just being a winner and has been great in crunch time for this team? Seth Curry, you don't trust Seth Curry? Open looks like he's been getting all year when he comes back? You haven't trusted Shake Milton, who's been extremely more consistent. You haven't trusted since coming back from the ankle injury. You haven't trusted Furkan over the last week or two. He's played way more consistent than he ever has in his career. You don't trust Matisse defensively. You don't trust Dwight instant energy. So how is this roster not good enough? If you don't think Joel Embiid can carry this team to a championship, I think y'all are just out of control, and you just want to hate on it. You just want to hate on it, and you think everything has to be super teams. No, it doesn't. Big men win fucking championships in this league, and 2 guards sign shoe deals. That's the way it's always worked, okay? And Seth Curry and the Q Splash brothers changed it for a hot minute. So you're either the best player in the world, like LeBron, and you win chips, all right? And MJ. If not, you better have a damn big man. Because even Kobe was great. Guess who he was winning chips with? Shaq. Powell. Legitimate big men. Inside out wins championships. Sam Hinkie thought of that when he drafted Joel Embiid. So y'all can miss me saying this roster ain't good enough. I don't give a shit what the hell the rest is with them. Me, Ralphie, Rye, Noah, Nate, Greg, and Frank can be fucking balling, and I believe he's going to carry me. Who we watch all year. Defensive player of the year got his ass owned. Tell me this roster ain't good enough. Man, that felt good. Sorry, go ahead, Ralph.
Time out. I need a sub. If I'm playing, I need a sub.
Yeah. I got 2 minutes in me.
Will this basketball game be played in a pool?
Yeah, I was going to say, Tom, the last time we saw Ralphie shoot, he went 1 for 93.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So,
to the poll question for me, it's tough for the Sixers, man, because we sat here, weeks ago saying, if they come out of this break after the All-Star game and they're rolling, do you even make a trade? Right now, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I think this team is a buyout team. I think if there's, what the Raptors are asking for Lowry, if that's too much, then I pull back. And I think there's going to be some, decent players out there that can come off of the bench, for the Sixers in the buyout market that can help you guys out. And I think one of the guys that can come in, and I love him. I wish, the Lakers would pick him up, but hopefully they do. is LaMarcus Aldridge. You know, if he gets bought out by the Spurs, you know, a guy that can, you know, stretch the floor a little bit. And I think that would be a perfect fit for the Sixers. But the thing that you were talking about too, Tommy, is that is he willing to come off the bench? You know, is he willing to downgrade a little bit to win a championship and come off the bench? So that's the big thing for LaMarcus.
Yeah, for sure. And he would be a good piece because he can stretch it, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. The defense will kill you at this point of his career. Yeah. Right. But offensively, I mean, he can still be productive enough for you. I don't hate it.
John, not to be that guy, but in my younger days, someone asked me if I was Kevin James. So that's pretty funny. You bring that up.
Great movie, though.
Oh, phenomenal movie.
Yeah. Hey, you want to fake an injury?
Yeah, Jeffrey, I agree. I mean, I think everybody agrees they could use one, but
how do you guys feel about Wayne Ellington from Detroit?
I don't
Very realistic move. Very realistic, low risk, not necessarily a high reward move, but that's a move I could see happening. You don't have to give up anything for him.
Scott's expiring. Measy is a little bit better, obviously, than Corks. I mean, if I'm the Sixers, you know, I'm the way Furkan's played and has gotten better throughout this year. I'm not in the business knowing how much I need to be able to stretch the floor and I need the three ball, especially for this basketball team, in the business of moving him. Like, I'm just not. You got to literally go get me like one of the best bench shooters around for me to move him. Like, seriously, I just mean that. That's not crowning Furkan. Like, he shoots a high percentage from three. We don't have a lot of guys that can do that. He's important right now for this basketball team. Truly important. Listen, over 100 like freaking 45-something people watching over on YouTube. Ton of you crumbs, and I love it. We all love it. Pound the like. 36 of them. Get us up over 100 likes. All right? Get the subscribes going. The road to 5K on YouTube. Can't do it without you all. If you freaking think I'm the biggest idiot and you would trade the farm, then fine. Pound the like anyway. All right? If you think I'm spitting the real shit you ever heard in your life, all right, and you want to have me over just to yell and scream before dinner one night, all right, I'll do it. Free of charge. Hit the like too. All right? Simple. And we do have the 8 million exception, I think, right?
Yeah.
So we have that thing. So I think something happens, even if it might just be a buyout. But I'm still going to disagree with the poll. We've sort of been a little bit more split on the poll than I thought we would be, since we didn't discuss it beforehand. So let's see where Nate goes with it. Nate Moss, Money Pop Podcast. What up, baby?
What's up, baby? Oh man, it's been a hell of a run, man. Before I even get into the poll, I don't know if some of you've been watching, but I've been on fucking fire on bets. I've been winning since Thursday. I don't know if some of you made money. I hope some of you followed. I hope some of you guys made money. Literally, I've missed maybe one or two bets in my fucking run since the NCAA tournament started.
That's a great pick with Oregon.
It's been fucking ridiculous. And I'm sitting here just scratching my head. It should have been a sweep today because I had the over prop bet for Kawhi Leonard. He hits a jumper. He has 25. I have him over 25 and a half, and then they take him out the game. So I'm just pissed I didn't sweep the fucking day. But if you're not following, go follow Money Pop. No, actually go follow Money Pop Podcast on IG. You can check the record. It's legit. I've been on fucking fire, and I'm not slowing down. So coming back to the poll. I don't think they make a move, man. I really don't. I think there's a lot of noise out there. And I think Doc is going to sit back and look at this roster and say, I'm winning with this roster. Let's take it to deep waters. Let's see where we can go with this roster. And I think he thinks he can win with this roster. I don't think he's going to blow it up. Why blow up a team that you're the first in the division right now and your best man is down? You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple pieces out there that you could add. You know, I see what we got. Trey's out there playing Ball and Powell, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, the question you have to ask yourself when you make those trades, is it going to get you over the hump to get you in the championship? That's the question you have to ask yourself. You know what I mean? Do you think this team right now can win with a championship? I mean, the biggest threat to me is Brooklyn, and Brooklyn's hobbled. You know what I mean? Brooklyn's getting banged up. Brooklyn's getting hurt. They need to somehow get healthy. I don't think even if Durant comes back, he's not out at 100%. Still lethal at 85, 80%. You know what I mean? Let's not get it twisted. Still very lethal. But for them to beat us in 7, they're going to need all them boys to be 100%. I think they stay put. I don't see a reason. It's good to talk about. I think it's been hammered for almost a week now, but it's good noise, it's good media, it's good content. But for me, as a basketball fan, I was just looking at the what's on the court. There's no reason to make a move. To me, there's really none. If you do something minor to help your bench out, you get rid of Scott, who's really not playing. If he has some pull, Bradley's been playing well, right? I know they like him, but he's been playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Are they showcasing him? Because they really don't need him. Are they going to really play Bradley in the playoffs? I doubt it, right? We're going to go with Dwight. You know what I mean? So are they showcasing him a little bit? Him, Scott. I don't want to get rid of Danny Green, even though I don't really like Danny Green. I'm not a big Danny Green fan, but he's streaky. You know what I mean? He's got the green. We all seen it. He's got the green light. You know what I mean? He's got the fucking green light. So he's your threat because all he's shooting is trays. He ain't doing nothing else but shooting 3 balls. So to the poll, I think they stay put, man. I don't think they make a move.
I got another question for you guys. Are you guys surprised with how the Sixers have been playing without Joel?
No.
Yeah, I am. And
sure.
I think if we would have asked this same question a week ago, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I was still all in on a big move. Still didn't want Lowry. I've never wanted Lowry, but I was in on, I think we were last week. We twisted Tom around into wanting Zach being okay with Zach LaVine. You know what I mean? Like, we got you twisted. But even I step back because you watch this bench. This bench has picked it up since Joel's been out, right? And they've stepped up and they've sustained even the success they had coming out of the playoff or out of the All-Star break before Joel got down. The 25 or 50 points a game that they were averaging collectively. They haven't been that hot, but they've sustained to be a legitimate, helper to this team. And that's where I always thought the issue was. That's not as big as an issue anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree. Frank, you surprised?
Hey, Frank, before you go on, let me just jump in real quick. I'm in it to add this real quick as well. And for all those out there that's on YouTube, that's on Twitter, wherever you are, I said go follow Money Pop Podcast, but guess what? Money Pop Podcast is coming to A2D. We're going to be doing our own show next week on Friday nights at 10:30. So when you see me and I say go follow Money Pop Podcast, that means follow A2D Radio too. If you're out there, we're going to turn it up. Just imagine if you were following Money Pop Podcast and I was posting my picks on A2D Radio's network. You know how much money I would make? Y'all talk about a stimmy. I just made y'all another stimmy twice over, man. Sorry, Frank, just had to get that in.
Let's get that in.
What's that?
Making money.
No need money.
Get this money, and I'm gonna win our poll. I mean, in our pool. I'm gonna kill our pool. I'm winning right now. Number one.
You're dominating now.
Yeah, you are.
Dominating.
Yeah,
I'm everything I say. I'm backing it up.
Hey, Nate, Sharon's Karen, brother. If you just a couple bucks.
Hey.
You don't even know what language he's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, baby. I got you. All you gotta do is share, like, and subscribe. That's all you gotta do over there. That's all you got. It costs you nothing. It costs you nothing.
So you guys know that. So Fan Friday, it's still going to be on, but we're going to Fan Friday will be on from 9 to 10:30 now. All right, and Money Pop Podcast will be on from 10:30 to whenever they wrap up, right? Making you money. Late night money. Late night walking around money, right? You tell the lady, just go to the store and buy a pack of smokes. You don't come back because you got so much walking around money. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like watching the Pac-12 football Saturday nights. I need to catch up.
It's insane, man. Like I've been on runs before, but just the way things are going right now, and then we're coming into this nice little agreement that me and Tom have being affiliates of bringing in the brand together. Because like me and Tom said behind the doors, it's not me versus Tom. Even though we kite the play like that, it's not me versus Tom. Guess what? It's us versus them. It's us versus the establishment. It's us versus the suit and ties. It's us versus anybody else that doesn't look like us who can't really talk sports. All these fucking analysts talking shit, but we've actually played the game and been on the field. Trust me. It's coming. We're taking over.
Fuck you, establishment.
Sorry, Frank. Go ahead. My bad. Just had to get that off my chest.
Yeah, that was a great off-chester.
Oh yeah, very, very, very good.
Remind me after this, Frank, that I have another funny question. I got a funny question for you guys too, not Sixers related. So go ahead.
Sorry, I got a barking dog in the background. Would somebody else like to go, and then I go?
Who let the dogs out?
No.
Who?
Oh, that's funny.
I'll jump in again. No, if you good, Noah? You look like you're sleeping.
My dog's sleeping downstairs.
I knew somebody was sleeping. Somebody was sleeping over there. But I think what Tom was asking was, are we surprised at this run that the Sixers are on? And if you look at the teams, I'm looking at the schedule now, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're 9-1 in their last 10, right? They lost that overtime to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Obviously without Embiid. And they took Milwaukee to the end there, and obviously they had the superstar to get them over, and our superstar didn't show up. But they beat a bad Sacramento team. New York is still bad, but they got they fight, but we still beat them, which we probably shouldn't. But a win is a win. Excuse me. We beat Golden State without Curry, and we're probably more likely going to beat the Lakers with nobody on that team. As well.
I love hearing that. Nobody on that team. I love it.
So if you look at this West Coast trip here, about to be this West Coast trip that we've had, we talked about this in a couple episodes before on Wednesday, where this could have been a tough stretch. Mm-hmm. But it's looking like that it's going to be a winnable stretch. Obviously, we should get the win in the Lakers. The Clippers, I'm not really scared of the Clippers, really. I think there's something wrong there. And then Denver's going to be real oh, man, how great would it be for Embiid to come back for Denver?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And him and Joker go head to head. You know what I mean? We can really see who opens up on that MVP.
He could. I mean, he said that he's actually ahead of schedule, which is amazing.
Yeah, especially with a guy his size, having that hyperextension, I mean, when I had my hyperextension years ago, I was aching for months, and then got the surgery. I was back on my feet in 3 days. But the progress that Joel's making so far, it's impressive. But now I can talk about if I was surprised about this the run that the Sixers are having without an Embiid. I'm quite surprised. You're at the beginning of your West Coast trip, a very tough stretch of games ahead, and the way that they're playing right now. Yeah, I'm quite impressed.
It's hard not to be.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say something. It's hard not to be, and that's why you don't do a trade.
Yeah,
they're winning ugly, and that's what it takes. You know what I mean? When you win ugly, you know what I mean. That's what it takes to get by. So
listen, you know how to win ugly. You can win pretty easy. Right? I mean, I know it sounds like funny to say, but you learn how to win gritty, and you can win scrappy, and you figure out how to find ways to win games. Like, remember that. Find ways to win games. They coughed that Knicks game up in the fourth quarter, right? And I'm the biggest advocate. I teach players this. I teach young kids this all the time. You are going to fail at times in sports. What is your response going to be to it? And credit to Toby. I mean, I called him out, me and Ryan. Or me and Greg, right? Who was it?
Yeah, me. Yeah.
So, I crushed him after he missed them 2 free throws. Or at least I'm making 1 out of 2. But his response in the fourth quarter was a big 3, right? Then he went to the line and hit those free throws. So, all you have is your response. And this team continues to show it over and over and over again. And they're the type of teams that, when they do get their star back, right? That's like a team that shows, once they get confidence that we can win without you, we know we can win with you, right? And once you start believing that, and I know this sounds like it's just coach speak, once you believe that, man, I'll see you all on broad. Ralphie, what do you say? You impressed being a Lakers fan, watching the Sixers, watching your Lakers struggle without the superstar?
Hate to see it.
Struggle with the LA Lakers. Struggle with the LA Lakers.
Is that Rihanna down there? Ooh.
No, I'm just Frank.
Gonna say, don't quit your day job, Frank.
Yeah.
I was trying to get
that's why I sing in front of 5 and 6 year olds every day and not to grown ass men. So I'm good. I work in a school, chat.
All right.
So
All right. I might go real quick and pick on to the next person. I am very surprised the Sixers are playing this well without Joel Embiid, because it seems like every time when Joel was out of the lineup or just, hurt, the team couldn't find its footing no more. Ben Simmons wasn't showing up. Nobody could make a shot. You guys were getting blown out by 25. And everybody was burning down the city of Philadelphia. But right now, it's truly amazing. What are you guys, 7-1 right now on this run, correct? Without him? I think it's like 7-1.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
And we're 9-1 in our last 10, 4-1 without Joe.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. So, 4-1 without Joel. That's amazing. And Ben Simmons is playing out of his mind. And I'm going to say it again until he wins it. Ben Simmons is the defensive player of the year right now. And there's no question about it. You should give it to him. And Joel Embiid is MVP of the league. Just being honest.
Good odds on MVP of the league too right now, because with him getting hurt, Joker really take over there. I think Joker's plus 110. I think Embiid now is plus 500. So pretty good odds for my bettors out there. If you're looking to put a little small money on Joel Embiid, and I believe. Defensive player of the year, Ben was last I checked, I think like plus 325 or something in that. I would have to double check that. But the shoe-in favorite right now is obviously what's the dude's name from Utah?
Gobert.
Gobert, yeah. I think he's like minus 220.
He's the betting favorite.
He's definitely the betting favorite. He's like minus 220. I agree. I agree the push for Ben to win. But the way you look at those odds, the way you look at Vegas, even though we might see it differently on the court, it's going to be hard for Ben to overcome what Vegas is saying is pretty much a clear winner in minus.
Now, do you think he should win the award at the end of the day? Do you think Ben should win it, Nate?
I think he has a legit shot to. I think he's a legit dark horse. To win it, it's going to be between him and was it Gobert?
Gobert, yeah, Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy.
But the question, but I don't know. We don't watch Utah, right? We don't know what Rudy does from a defensive side. He's, I think this might be his second one if he wins, or maybe this is his third. So, that's going to be tough to beat, man. You know what I mean? Like we've seen Ben do a lot of good things. I think he's clearly the best defender in the league, but it's not what we think, right? It's what Vegas says and what who even votes on that? Is it like a Associated Press or
I think it's like the reporters and stuff like that, the media,
Yeah, the AP.
Yeah. So I mean, Ben's got to have some really big games here where defensively he's shutting down the opposing star player, like in that Milwaukee game. If he would have shut down Greek Freak, then I would say that we have a really good shot at bringing that award home. But it's going to be hard, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard.
Like Drummer says, Ben dropped 42 on Rudy and Joe dropped 40 on him. So they can both. Rudy can kiss my ass. I mean, it's Ben. This is Ben Simmons, Defensive Player of the Year, to lose. Yeah. And honestly, if you don't want to put Ben Simmons in there, you can put his counter, his running mate, and Joel Embiid. So
a lot's going to help Ben is how far he takes us and where he allows us to go, right? And looking back to the Joel injury, some of what's being missed is Joel's getting rest. Mm-hmm. Right, he's going to come back. He's going to be fresh, Tommy. As you said earlier, we're not going to need the load management games. We're not going to need the second night of the back-to-back. Joel played 20 games. He's missing 2-3 weeks of time resting up. So hopefully, when he comes back, he's rested. He's over this this hyperextension and is able just to be in go mode and get back not only the MVP, but get us to that national, get us to that chip and secure all the trophies.
You say national championship on here?
I did say national championship.
200 people watching. There's almost 200 people watching on YouTube right now. Come on, get us up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get more NBA fam in here. Get more Sixers faithful in here, and pound that subscribe button too. All right.
And I'll give a free bet right now, man. If you're listening, and you're out there on YouTube, I would definitely really consider putting a good bet on Joel Embiid to win MVP. It's a long season left, man.
It's going to be an interesting year for the MVP race, just because all of the front runners, at least as of a couple weeks ago, they're all hurt right now. You know what I'm saying? LeBron's hurt. Joel's going to be out for another probably week or two. Obviously Steph Curry's out. So you really have the Jokic as far as he's playing right now. Some people want to argue Harden. I wouldn't go there yet. So there's a lot of people.
Joker's playing out of his mind.
He is, and he's played the most games too. He's played the most games.
Yeah, I think they put a stat for you, just to give you an argument for him. They put a stat with him. I think, what was it? He has the most triple doubles for somebody who's shooting over 60%.
Yeah, he's like Embiid in terms of
second behind Will.
Like his efficiency is unreal. Like
exactly.
He's Embiid efficient. He shoots over 55 fucking percent in game. Like, you know what I mean? Like efficiency that's like not fair.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hard guys to stop. And he's got like the old man fat game too. You know what I mean? He looks like an old man fat guy out there, and he just gets it done. He just freaking walks into 20.
Yeah, he's a walking 25 and 12. And 8 at center.
Because I know we got more questions, and I want to get to all these comments. So, are you surprised with how the Sixers have played without Joel Embiid?
I hate saying this, but no, I'm not, because we were talking about it. I know we did a prayer service and we were feeling good about ourselves, right after the injury. But like, I trust in this coaching staff. You know how much we all love this coaching staff. I trust in Tobias Harris, and I'm not Mr. Tobias Harris, especially in the past. But I truly believed, even if we all wanted to hope that Ben Simmons was going to kind of give us what we saw in that one game of Utah, or even something close to it. But we really knew it wasn't realistic. You know what I'm saying? That he was going to drop 30 to 40 a night. But I knew he was going to at least be good enough, and he's always good enough on the defensive side. Obviously Tobias Harris has been the definition of consistency, and our own GM went to Twitter, at 3:00 in the morning to express that. So much so that people thought that he was marketing Tobias for a possible trade. That's how many good things he had to say about Tobias Harris. I still believe Danny Green fits a really good role here. I believe that we were going to be able to get by, with our bench. And like I said, we have like the anti-Brett Brown syndrome now, to where, hey, guys are actually getting coached up. They're being put in the proper positions to succeed. So when I saw that it was going to be without Seth and Joel, that's when I got a little concerned, because that's two guys. And we were kind of going along the narrative back then of when you miss at least one or two of your starters, you're kind of hurting. But we've kind of gotten out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like it was a long time ago when our biggest problem as a team, and it truly shows that it was just an example of growing pains at the time. But remember early in the season, we were talking about, oh my God, if we don't have one of our starters, we're not even anything close to what we were. So to me, I'm not shocked by it, just because I believe in the pieces that are still here, and I believe in the people leading them.
Yeah, I agree. I trust in the staff. I trust in all of it. And listen, the wins, trust it. The way you win games, like it makes you trust it. And that's the biggest thing. And you can see the difference. Culture matters. All that stuff matters. I agree. See, I don't know. I mean, Max said he can't park his car in the city. I don't know what that has to do with. I don't know if that means he's traded guys. I just looked at on his Instagram and his story.
It probably means the city parking sucks. I thought we all knew that. Isn't that just a way of life? City parking sucks.
I miss my baby. I can't put her on the Philly streets though. So I don't know what that means. Embiid's
I don't like dealing with the PPA either. So
listen, it better not be for Mr. Lowry.
Who does?
Where was that?
Real quick, if you don't mind me jumping in here.
That's what we're here to do, baby.
I hear you. Look, I mean, I'm mildly surprised at how well the Sixers are playing without Joel, but the great thing from what I've seen, they're really active on the defensive end of the floor, night in and night out. It seems like that's always that, at least as far as this season goes, that's been a staple. And it seems like with a lot of Doc Rivers teams, it seems like you see a lot of energy on both ends of the floor. And I see no different here in Philly. And look, I really think this team's going to make a deep run. And I really think, look at their road record. I mean, just in a year's time, they're
couldn't win a game on the road last year, Noah.
Right. And now we're above 500 on the road, and we're 9-1 in our last 10. And I think what Ben Simmons has proven, you don't need to be a great shooter to be a great player. And he doesn't let that affect his game on the defensive end of the floor, as he's obviously shown that this year.
No, he does not.
You know what I mean? He makes everybody else better. And I see no reason why this team can't make a deep run.
I'm waiting for the people out there to tell me that with more than just they can't. Right? I've seen a lot of people tell me the roster's not good enough, Tom. I've gotten inboxes. Me and Ryan were talking about it last night. Like, I get numerous inboxes. Like, I can't believe they haven't done anything.
What are they doing? What are they waiting for?
And I literally type back their record. That's why I've been typing back to people because it's like crazy. Like, I'm all for getting better. I'm all for the right move. I'm all for the right move. I'll always be for the right move. All right?
It wasn't too long ago that you could get a ticket at the Wells Fargo Center for freaking $4.
Yeah,
right?
Ford's being nice. I mean, you probably could have got one for $1.50. That 8-win you might got. People were just giving them away. They were like, "Anybody want to come down?"
Oh yeah, I could buy the whole section for $4.
Yeah, and I think there was a point where beer was more expensive than a Sixers ticket.
Yes. Yeah. That's fact.
Right.
I've gone to games where it was less.
But don't worry, by December, a beer will be more expensive than an Eagles ticket on the secondary market.
Jesus, here we go. Ricochet shot. Jesus.
God. I can't talk Eagles, so not tonight. No, can't do it. Don't even bring up the name. Don't even bring up. I'm a disgruntled, disgusted fan right now, so I don't even want to. They don't even deserve the airtime anymore, honestly.
This is a football-free zone, Noah. This is a football-free zone. We are cleansed.
That's tough for me.
I
can talk Eagles all day. It don't matter how bad they stay.
Shut up, Nate. We've been talking to them all day. That's the problem. Right? I'm about to have another goddamn prayer service. Hope my quarterback gets velocity. I'm gonna have a zip prayer service. We're having a zip prayer service coming up soon here on A2D Radio. A little accuracy and zip prayer service. Right? Can he grow 2 inches? Right? Can he grow 2 inches? Can we strengthen the arm? Strengthen the arm.
It looks quicker. It looks more compact.
I guess let me ask you this: Has Pitts grown on y'all? As much press as he's gotten, has Pitts grown on all you guys?
No, this is simple. This is so simple. And first off, yes, I'm impressed the way they played without Joel Embiid, and I'll tell you why. Because they've never been able to win without him before, and that's why I'm impressed. So I'll always be impressed when teams can win games without their best player and the franchise player and the MVP of the league. Always. I'll say this again. To me, this is easy. If Devontae Smith is on the board, you go to fuck the bed. Go to bed. All right? Because you're not going to draft Surtain at 6 because they don't got to project it that high. So if you're not trading out, take Chase. Take Chase or Smith. One or two. But I would suggest you go Smith. So
you're saying receiver?
Well, I'm saying that's where they're going to go. That's where they're going. So I would not take Pitts at number 6. No. Okay. He hasn't played a full year. I did top 10, absolutely not. I know people love him. And he's got and I love him too. Like when you watch him, it's hard not to like him, right? It's hard, but dude, Smith just gets open. Smith just gets open.
He's so smooth in his route running.
And everyone's talking about
it.
Go ahead now.
To play the devil's advocate, and I do like Smith, and I think he's going to be a great player. But there's many that have concerns about his weight. I mean, he's only 175 pounds.
Marvin Harrison was $120. All right, coming into the league. Chad Johnson was $170. You know this. I mean, they're the 20-year-old kids. You got to assume. You got to assume that at worst he's going to be 190 playing in this league. And then when you're that wide open, you can play at 190. You can absolutely, if you know how to absorb hits, if you know how. Listen, there's never times where that dude's not wide open, like wide open, all over the football.
He'll grow into his body for sure.
Even without Waddle, they took Waddle away. Waddle got hurt, and the guy got better. Waddle got hurt, and he got better. And that dude's been making big catches down there for 4 fucking years.
Yeah,
4 years. Devontae Smith is making.
And he's done it against the best competition in the SEC. So
we can't do this. What do we do? We'll go back to the 6.
My bad. I just wanted to know because I haven't changed my stance either. So I just wanted to know if you guys got influence from all the Pitts.
I did for
because the fan base did. The fan base really loves Pitts for sure.
Oh, everyone's pitched up. Yeah, fan base wise.
I did for a week. I had him inside my top 10, and then I took him back out.
Okay. Just asking. We got ways away from the draft, so just asking.
Yeah, the dude's not Calvin Johnson. I think people need to calm down with that, though. Like this dude.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
Shut the fuck up.
And my only thing I compared that, how many rings does Calvin have? Thanks. Sorry. Bye. See you later.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say. I got to say what I said.
Kyle Pitts said,
I don't want a Hall of Famer. I want rings. We're in the business to win rings. I don't give a fuck about a gold jacket.
Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase are winners.
Facts.
Say whatever you want about both of them. The last time they were both on football fields, they cut the nets down per se or the goalposts, right? So both of them are winners. Chase didn't play this year. That's the only reason he gets dropped to 2 on my board. That's why he's not my number 1 wide receiver. All right, football is a sport where you need to play. It's not like it's a hard sport to opt out with and come back for a second. Like, he'll be fine. You know what I mean? But it might be like that first game or 2 just to get the speed back, right? Maybe. Probably not. Dude's a pimp too. But Smith, last time they both played, you know what I mean? They both caught 20 touchdowns. Like, both of them caught 20.
I mean, it's hard for receivers, right? What do they usually say? They usually say receivers really grow. It takes them about 3 years. You know, that second year is really, only the really like special ones really shine that first year or so. Like, I mean, we can't, we expect so much from these kids coming out the first round to be these superstars that we think they are. And sometimes, like, they're going against grown men now, right? It's different in the league.
Oh,
the windows are smaller.
Rager could go against his freaking dog and knock it off the line. Styles Washington, what do you guys think about the buyout market?
Thank you, Styles.
Yeah, we appreciate it, brother. And listen, you guys want to help out more than just subscribing and liking, super chats are always welcome, and we appreciate it. And we're going to get to a Q&A with you guys in a second. So any questions you guys have, deadline-wise, Sixers or just around the league, throw them out there. What do we think about the buyout market? I think it's great. I think it's going to be a bigger market of more players than maybe we think. But we don't know which players yet, right? So that's why it's hard to say, oh, I want this guy to buy out, because we don't know who's going to be bought out yet. Mm-hmm. So that's the only what? This isn't breaking. No way. Is this breaking? No, that can't be true.
No.
No, Woj was just on ESPN. That's why I had the headphones out.
Oh, with Simmons in there too. Relax, Justin.
No, he was literally just on my TV, and nothing happened.
I mean, what is Adrian Wojnarowski, Jeff Evans in disguise?
Yeah, he's fake news.
Yeah.
Trade deadline is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so we will know tomorrow night before the Lakers game who is playing and who's not.
Tom, what was that funny question you had for us earlier?
Oh, well, it's football related too, but get you a little laugh. Here, we'll circle this one. We asked it on HUD After Dark earlier. Would you ever refer to Flacco as Big Sack Flack?
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Right here. Where does
Why
that
is that
come from?
What?
Did you make that up, Tom?
I
That
bet
was
you Corey
supposedly
made that up.
Baltimore. No, she didn't make it up. Don't give her that kind of credit. Don't give her that much credit.
That wasn't credit.
I'm just
No,
saying,
that's
Baltimore Ravens fans messed that up. They called him Big Sack Flack. They made it up.
I'll pass.
No,
I'll
no.
That's why they're from Baltimore.
He's Jersey Joe to me. So
No, he's Joe Flacco to me. He's guy I never want to see on the field to me.
He's a backup quarterback.
Yeah, I'm good.
He's the backup quarterback for a reason.
Yeah, well, if he touches the field, we got problems. Predict where Oladipo is
Like
going.
4-12 problems.
More like 2-15 problems.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What
Yeah,
else
it's a
do we-
17-game
What did the Jets
schedule.
do? What did the Jets do?
The Jets?
How many games they win?
They could have gotten a franchise quarterback, but decided to win a game. Yeah.
Yeah, the Jets. Neville Hewitt has been mentioned, Eagles-wise. Jets linebacker. Had 134 tackles last year. Now, granted, on a bad team. 27 years old, though. So a younger linebacker. And I will take him in a heartbeat.
Is this like the young linebacker we got from the Chargers and then had to retire because of injuries? Is this like the same scenario?
Remember when we had his teammate on, and his teammate couldn't praise him enough, and then
I know.
good time.
To that question, below, I would say Knicks is the best chance.
Yeah, I did say that. What did he say, though? I think he came out and said something, right? He said the Knicks and somewhere else he would like to go.
Miami.
Miami.
Ain't going nowhere.
For that asking price, Tom, I agree. The asking price is
It
ridiculous.
was like a first-round pick, right?
It was a bunch of stuff. It was a bunch of stuff, and he wants an extension. It's like,
Well, that's the other side of it. The Oladipo asking price is twofold, right? It's what you have to actually give up to get him,
And
but then you
sign
have
him.
you have to sign him, and you have to be willing to say that this guy on the restructured ACL is good. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen him come back.
I don't care if I get hate for this. He's the most overrated player in the NBA. I don't care. I don't care. He is. He's had one very good season, and he hasn't been anything close since the injury. He hasn't been anything close.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys like that around the league. I liked Victor Oladipo a ton before the injury, but I don't know. I mean, I know somebody said he sat out tonight. Fine. He might be traded. Who knows? I don't know where. And I guess the Knicks. That's a good name, or one of them markets. Where
it makes sense. It makes sense. That's kind of the only way they're going to be able to get a star, right? Until they start winning games, no free agent's going to sign there, so they're going to have to go trade and try and sign somebody like that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely, Greg. Where is Powell going, Noah Bartola?
You even think that Toronto's even going to trade any of these guys?
I don't think they're going to trade Lowry. No. I think
They have to.
I
They
think
gotta blow it up.
I think Powell's going because there's so many teams, and all it takes is one team to go crazy.
Oh,
I saw that report too. Like half of the teams in the NBA are going about this dude.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. They can all call about Norman Powell all they want, but to tell me that there's a better chance of Norman Powell being traded than Kyle Lowry, I disagree with. Norman Powell's under control. Kyle Lowry's not. They're going to take anything they can get for Kyle Lowry because he's not going to sign there. He gave peace to the crowd tonight. And right? Like he said, bye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, he said about. He got a call from Drake today too. He got a FaceTime from Drake.
He's gone. Yeah,
he's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
And that they're moving on from him. I think there's a better chance they keep Norman Powell because he's a good player. So, you know what I mean? If they don't get what they want for Powell, they can say, nope, we're good. Right? We'll try it again next year. Right? If they don't get what they want for Kyle, they got to take it anyway.
Yeah.
I think he goes to Miami.
You have to give something for him. You know what I mean? You just
if
a team's Lowry. If a team's willing to give okay.
What are you saying?
No, Miami. Go ahead. Finish your comment. Go ahead. I don't want to.
No. I was saying if a team comes calling for Lowry and they're offering first round picks and a young player, you're obviously taking that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you just take matching contracts somehow, right, Ralph? Like
absolutely,
matching contracts, and I'll take your picks. But I don't want your picks for next. I want your picks starting 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
This year, next year. I want them coming up after that because I know you're going to stink because they'll be 40.
Yeah, no, well, I was saying I think he goes to Miami because I don't think he's coming here. So I think they find a way to get into Miami, and I think they give up Dragic or Gordon Dragic for him too.
I think it's going to be what you're talking about for Lowry, Nate.
Yeah, for Lowry.
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to, if they get him, and I think that's the best chance because I know he's good. They would extend him. They would do that. I don't think the Sixers would be willing to do that. I would hope they wouldn't. I think it's going to be something like Olynyk, Nunn, Robinson, Ochua, and a pick.
Mhm.
Which again, to Tom's point from earlier, let them go do that because that's a mistake.
Oh, it's a big time mistake. This is not though. Like getting Lonzo is not a mistake. That's the one name that I will stand on that hill for and say makes this basketball team better, not just this year, but for the next 4 or 5 years.
We're just going to add more defense. More defense.
Where do you guys think he goes, Lonzo?
I think he comes here.
I think he goes to Chicago. I think it's gonna be a Markkanen type move. I think Markkanen's going, and you know what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be centered around those two.
Yeah, but what do you give up for Zoe? Right? Like what would that take? Because he's young, he's a big guard. You know what I mean? He can defend.
And the thing is,
he's going to get better.
He's a restricted free agent too at the end of the year. So
Maxey, Thybulle, picks, whatever you want.
Yeah, that's a lot. Would you give up Max? Like, do you think Maxey's ceiling is higher than Ball's?
No. And I love Maxey. Absolutely not, though. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nope. And I love Tyrese.
We haven't seen Maxey, right? We don't know what Maxey is yet.
But I think that's part of the issue, right? I think if Maxey was this huge stud, we would say him. And that's not a knock on him. He's a young rookie. Like he's 18 years old. No issues there, but I think that kind of I think his ceiling is limited, especially here.
Who is he going to play over though?
Well,
Shake's playing his ass off.
That's part of the point is where he's situated right here. I think he's kind of maxed out somewhere.
Who? Tyrese?
Yeah.
Yeah. The good thing about Lonzo is nobody wants to talk about this, but the way he's shooting, he can play off guard. He can play 2 guard, right? Or you could go Shake point, I'm sorry, and run Lonzo off guard. You can.
Would you give Shake up, Tom? Would you give up Shake for Lonzo?
No, because I need a bench still, right? So
you need a guy to come off the bench.
I want Shake and Lonzo.
I mean, Ball would come off the bench, right? He's not starting.
I would personally start Lonzo over Seth, bring Seth and Shake off my bench.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I'm getting instant offense. I got instant offense. I got 30 points just sitting on my bench right there. Right there. Boom. And I still keep Shake Milton, who's a puppy. I still got Furkan, who's young. I'm not giving up all my youth, and I'm getting a 24-year-old Lonzo Ball. It's a no-brainer. I signed on Max Steel. Call it a night. Call it a fucking night. Let's go win fucking 5 chips in a row and fuck that.
I don't think you would have to give up I don't think you would have to give up both of them, by the way. I don't think
that's a lot. That's a lot for Ball.
If the Bulls got Kobe White in a deal, which is probably more enticing, then I think I have to then step up. Then I would have to go, okay, you got White, he's better than Maxey right now, so I'll give you Thybulle and Maxey then. Right? Maybe I don't have.
Is Chicago really talking about giving up their first round pick already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Knicks are talking too about it, about trying to trade for him.
Really?
They're trying to. Their dream scenario right now in Chicago apparently is to pair Lonzo up with Zach LaVine, which I would love personally.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice for him, but to me, I got to come in hotter than that because I got an opportunity to have this tremendous starting 5, and then I know I got flat out scoring coming off my bench. I mean, think about it. I have Shake, Seth, Furkan, Dwight. I mean, I got a bench. You know what I mean? I'm not like the cupboard isn't bare there. I have a bench to be able to win right now too. So I'm not like top heavy like I was with Jimmy. When Jimmy was here, I was too top heavy. I had no damn bench.
Tom, imagine if we get Lonzo and one buyout guy to play backup 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that.
I'll blow somebody live on air.
Oh wow. It might be time for me to go after that comment.
Stick around, babe. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Feel it in your dick. I don't want to make deals, but I will. Feel it in your dick.
I must be.
Real
this
quick.
glass is empty. I don't know where. Is it the glass? What the fuck is going on?
I think there's a hole in it.
What am I trying to trade Thybulle? I'm not trying to trade Matisse Thybulle. I'm telling y'all that if I can get Lonzo Ball, you all got to stop the Homer love affair shit. Lonzo Ball is a better defender than Matisse Thybulle. Newsflash right now. Matisse Thybulle is a tremendous young defender. Lonzo Ball is a better defender. Lonzo Ball is going to drop 20 a night here. Lonzo Ball is probably going to average 7 to 10 assists a night here. He's going to average 7 to 8 rebounds a night here. It's a no-brainer if you want to make a trade. If you want to make a trade, go get somebody that age matters. Go get somebody who's a puppy, right? And back the Brinks trucks up and say, you know what? You want to have super teams? I'm gonna go Lonzo, Ben, right? Who are two of the better perimeter defenders in basketball, two of the more unselfish guards in basketball, right? Think about this. And Lonzo developing the three makes them be able to play together, all right? And I got Joel and Tobias. Oh, you can tell me how good the Nets are. You can all sit around and tell me how good the Brooklyn Nets are, right? You all can miss me on that too. You can miss me on that.
I'm still going on that bet.
What do you got, Ralphie?
I don't even remember what the bet was.
What's up?
I just know I'm going to win.
You said you had.
That's all I know.
Matisse Thybulle's not a stud, by the way. Sorry. He's not a stud.
No, he's not.
No.
He's a very good player. I don't even say he's very good. He's a good player. He's far from a stud.
He's above average, in my opinion.
I would agree, above average.
He's above average, and he's average offensively.
He's
a great defender.
Still one-dimensional.
But he definitely needs seasoning or putting spots on the defensive side late in tight games. Because he's definitely made mental mistakes late in games.
Absolutely.
From a defensive side. So he still has some growth to do, for sure.
Ralphie, what did you say you had?
Two things. According to Jake Fisher on Twitter, the Denver Nuggets have reportedly emerged as a leading candidate to trade for Aaron Gordon.
Have fun.
And the Nuggets.
The Nuggets, okay.
And then from Eric Pickness, I hope I said this name right on Twitter as well. He's a beat writer for the Lakers.
Who cares?
Update on JJ Redick if he's bought out. Redick could return to his old haunts with the Philadelphia 76ers.
God, no.
Well, look for him to join former Los Angeles Clippers teammate Chris Paul on the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, go there. Go there.
Yeah, I'm not going to say no. I mean, I know like what you guys are saying. Like, I understand what Greg and Ryan are saying, but like, I don't need JJ Redick, right? But like, if there isn't a buyout guy available for me, and I'm just looking for a veteran to come that can just come off my bench at times and shoot, I would take him. But I'm not like taking him in for this significant role. You understand what I'm saying now, guys? Like
yeah,
you got to come in and make some shots. Like, sure, I'll take them. I can't have enough shooters, so I'm not going to be like, no, I want no parts of them. Like, I mean, I'll take them. You know what I mean? If that's who I got, but I'm not like going to crown it like the city is. That's why like I don't want them because people are going to like get too excited about it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I would take them.
Yeah, he's reached Nick Foles level with me. Like, I just don't even want to hear the name. Like, I'm done.
To be honest, Greg, I completely agree with you. That's why, like, I understand that he would be a very low risk, high reward type of asset if he gets hot at the right moment. But I said no like that just because of what this fan base does. You know what I'm saying? I can see it now. Oh my God, he should be starting over Seth. He should be starting over Danny. Like, I don't feel like dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the headache from the fan base is going to override what he actually does for the team. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate, like, people think I hate him as like a player. I don't hate him as a player. I appreciate him.
First off, that was a joke always. I'm not blowing anybody. Just a little joke you say if you can get a player you want. He's not a stud though, because listen, was Matisse Thybulle going to be better than Lonzo Ball?
Probably never.
Who would say that?
I'm just asking the people a question.
If Matisse was a stud, he would be playing more than 10 minutes a game.
Does anyone remember what his plus minus was last night, Tom?
God.
You want to read that to the people?
-17.
I mean,
it makes me come off as like I hate Matisse, and I think he's terrible, but he's just severely overrated because he does one thing above average.
This is why I call him Scottie Pippen, because some people think he's friggin' Scottie Pippen.
And Lonzo's probably a better defender right now.
He's a better all-around player. He's a bigger difference maker today and will be tomorrow and next year than Matisse Thybulle will be.
And years after. Oh my God.
Yes. If I want to wait 3 years for the guy to acquire a jump shot, be my guest. But I'm not doing that right now with Thybulle. I love him. I'm not trading him, but he's not better than Lonzo Ball. He's not. It's not a conversation.
Listen, 200 people watching on YouTube, 87 likes. Come on, fam. I see we're going up a lot of subscribers. Keep subscribing too. More shows.
Love the views. Let's go. Giddy up.
Yeah, but that's a different conversation. You're talking about Matisse defense ceiling and Danny Green. It's that's not the comparison. I'm not trading Danny Green. You know what I mean? I'm trading Matisse. I would trade Matisse Thybulle, but I'm not even trying to trade Matisse and Maxey. You're really trying to trade one. But do you want Lonzo or do you not want him? You think Maxey and Matisse have a higher upside than Lonzo will? Okay. Time's yours.
It's a lot of hoping. That's a lot of hoping.
And there ain't nobody that was higher on the Maxey pick around here than me. So, I'm not shitting on either one of them. I love Matisse. When we drafted Matisse, I love that one too. You can't have enough damn good perimeter defenders. The guy wants to play defense. I love that. I'm not in a rush to trade him either. If they don't trade either one of them, I'm happy as a pig and shit. I've said on these ways saying don't do any deal. But if I got a chance to get Lonzo Ball, Lonzo still has, Wade, he hasn't even hit his ceiling. He's got better every year. He's 24. I don't care about LeVar and Joel's beef in the past. Are you kidding me? LeVar's going to love Joel the second Lonzo's playing here, and they're freaking in Eastern Conference Finals, all right?
Lord,
so that'll go away real quick.
Lord, I love you to death, but that is so off base what you're saying. The panel immensely undervalues him.
Not true.
That's not true at all. And I love you, Lord. I appreciate you. But that is so false. That is so false.
Score in this league. I'm sorry. You got to score in this league. You got to score in this league. You cannot not score in this league. You can be the best defender of all time. Or you become a liability if you can't put the ball in the bucket. Basketball is meant to shoot the basketball and score. Defense, you got to be able to play it. And the 1-2 is amazing from Matisse. But until he develops more of an offensive game, I think everybody needs to calm the hell down. If he was averaging 8 a game right now, then I would agree with you on the ceiling. But he has no offensive ceiling right now. That's the problem. That is the problem. And nobody out there can tell me that he has a high offensive ceiling. How much better do you think he's going to get defensively? You think he's going to get better? He's a real good defender. You think he's going to get better? I love you all, but you all just want to sit on your own guys too much. Again, I'm good with not trading them. But goodness, you ain't putting him in a deal for Lonzo? Ouch. Ouchie. Ouchie.
We all agree, guys, that Lonzo somewhere he's going to get traded, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. I think it's more like 50-50. You know what I mean? I think it's in the air.
Oh, Christ, Jesus Christ. I gotta go. We're doing this.
See, Tom, this is why I do this on streams. This is why I do it on freaking game streams. I yell Hall of Famer names.
Johnny, I love you. Did we just Dennis Rodman this guy? Are we straight face okay? What is going? What?
Ray Allen.
Johnny, when you wrote that in, did you go to yourself? Why did I just?
These guys are gonna love this one.
Oh my God! I just discovered fire. Oh my God!
Are you guys kidding me? It would be stupid to trade Matisse Thybulle for Lonzo Ball. Oh my God! What is happening here? What is happening to my Philadelphia fans? We're supposed to be the smartest fan base in sports.
Bruce Bowen.
We're Bruce Bowen on them now.
Bruce Bowen.
I can't.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh my God. Matisse can have another year, Randall. We're not trying to trade him, but I'm asking you all a question. You would not trade Matisse Thybulle would hold you up in a deal for Lonzo? Are you all good? I don't want to trade nobody. I'd be the biggest jackass in sports talk if I told you no on that deal. I got something for all. I got something for all you Sixers fans. Thybulle is a better player version of former Oklahoma City never Thybulle Cephalosha.
Former Sixer draftee.
Yeah. Sixers legend right there. Thybulle Cephalosha.
Somebody just brought up Cephalosha.
Jeez.
In 2021, somebody just brought up Cephalosha.
Wow.
Cephalosha? Better than Lonzo Ball?
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh,
With that being said, gentlemen, that's my time.
Nate said, I know it is.
Nate said, I know that one.
I'm done.
Man,
We got a
we're talking
Thybulle
about ramen, we're
Cephalosha
talking about
comment. We're out.
We're like, Jesus Christ.
Screw
You know what I mean?
I'm going with you.
You know what I mean? I got to go. But hey, always a pleasure talking to you boys. I can't wait for next Wednesday. Remember, Money Pot is coming to A2D Radio on Fridays at 10:30. If you don't follow now, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. And then if you follow Money Pot Podcast, I've been on fucking fire. If you're just joining the stream, go check it out. I've been on fucking fire. What am I? Oh, I'm 13-2, if I'm not mistaken. If you break out those parlays that I put a couple parlay plays together, if you break those out, like I said, in straight plays, you would be 13-2. I just made you another stimulus package, man. Another stimmy, man. Go check me out. What's up?
Nate, I just want to ask you one question before you leave. This
Yes,
is
sir.
a free bet for the fam. What are the odds that Matisse Thybulle turns into Bowen?
Oh, shit.
What are the odds? What are the odds he turns into Dennis Rodman?
Whew. I wouldn't put my money on it. That's all I got to say.
Fair. See, you're fucked up. Thank you, Nate.
I wouldn't put money on. People forget that Rodman was dropping 20 and 20 in Detroit. You know what I mean? People forget about what Rodman used to score. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? All right, fellas.
Later, my brother.
Nate, see you, brother.
Later.
Yep.
Take care, Nate.
So defense wins championships. Lonzo's a bust. That's a cold take. I mean, goal in for Brogdon. I mean, what's Brogdon? 33? 32? I mean, how old is Malcolm Brogdon now?
No, he's young. He won Rookie of the
young.
Year. He won Rookie of the Year when Ben was hurt.
And he won it over Joel and Dario.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was reading somewhere and somebody said he was like 30. And I was like, what? Is he?
No.
He's 28.
No.
All right. So he's not puppy. Yeah, he's 28. Okay.
I don't go all in for him though.
No.
Doesn't he make a lot of money?
He's a max guy.
Yeah,
he
so
just signed a max with Indiana this year.
Here we go.
Maxed.
Who would you
Here we
rather
go,
max?
Tom. Say it again, Tom.
Who would you rather max, Lonzo or Brogdon? Like, think about it in terms of that. I'd rather max Lonzo. He's a better defender. He's probably a better shooter at this point. He's a better distributor. He's better in transition. I can't believe I'm being this great, like talking about Lonzo like this. I can't believe it's happening.
Is Brogdon a max?
20 million.
Yeah, he got big money in Indiana.
Oh, maybe not max, but he got big money.
Yeah.
To go to Indiana because he left Milwaukee.
Yeah, I actually agree with Robert here. Tom, I don't believe. Like I understand.
I don't know sports now because I said that Brogdon was 32, 33. I do freaking 1,000 shows a week. I just did a full one. All right, before you got here, honey. And now I'm an hour 28 into this one. So I apologize if once in a while we get something wrong because we don't got a fucking teleprompter up. You can unsubscribe, hit the dislike button, and kiss our ass if you don't like it, or you can stick around and have a conversation. Loser. Go ahead, Ryan.
I understand your question on like who you would rather max, but I don't think we would ever because he's a restructured free agent. Even if he's not, I don't believe we would have to max Lonzo, for example. I don't even think that would happen unless he goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like unless he goes off in the playoffs.
$25 million a year. You're gonna have to give him $25 million a year.
Fair. Okay.
It's gonna be close enough if it's not a max.
Okay.
I mean, because somebody else is going to give it.
Right.
Okay.
His numbers and his progress year in, year out, somebody's going to pay it. You know what I'm saying? And the way Magic Johnson talked about him yesterday, somebody's absolutely paying it. You know what I mean? It's not like his agent. You know what I mean? It's not like his agent talking for him. Somebody's absolutely paying that money for him. And he's worth it. He's worth it.
Hey, Philly take with RB.
What up, brother? He says, respect the takes. I think Thybulle's going to show up huge in the playoff series, guarding a team like the Nets. There's things that don't show up in a stat sheet. Absolutely. Nobody's ever going to disagree with
agree.
Right.
Well, stating everybody is, if somebody thinks Lonzo won't defend at the same high level, I think they're crazy. If people think Lonzo Ball won't give me more production that doesn't show up in the stat sheet and that does show up in the stat sheet, that's where I think people are losing their damn minds, RB. I think people are absolutely crazy. Would I be mad if this roster stayed intact? I've been on that island this whole time. I'm good with trading nobody. But if I got a chance to get Lonzo Ball and Matisse Thybulle is going to be the holdup, my goodness gracious, you can't just build the team to beat the Nets. You got to build your team to beat everybody. And Lonzo Ball's better.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. The money would not work with that. And I appreciate your comment and your question, Noah. He says Shake Milton, Mike Scott, and a first for DeRozan. I don't think the money would match up with that because DeRozan's isn't he making like 28 mil?
He is.
Yeah, I think it's close to 30.
Yeah, so like if the money wasn't like a thing, Noah, like absolutely, but
that's not 20, almost 28 million.
Yeah, like
27 point.
So that trade wouldn't happen.
And I don't want DeRozan.
No,
I'm good.
You can't teach this, Dan. I mean, you talk about one of the best point guards of all time. Talking about the reason he drafted one was because his basketball IQ is the best in the game. And he's only got smarter. And Ben's got great basketball IQ. Could you imagine Ben and him on the court together? Zach Giberson, where just said, once Orlando and Toronto trade Gordon and Lowry, the floodgates are opening for the rest of the trades. Makes sense. Like once one is off the board.
Was he implying that Toronto and Orlando are trading for each other, or just in separate deals?
In separate deals.
It's going to set the market. It's going to set the market of what teams are giving up for who, and also the Lowry trade talks are affecting the Norman Powell trade talks because some teams want them both.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense.
And by the way, I know somebody asked this earlier. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think if Gordon's going somewhere, I think the best chance is probably Boston. That seems like that's like heading towards like it's going to happen type thing.
That's an interesting.
Aaron Gordon to Boston, you said?
Yeah, like Ralphie, I know you were sending stuff to me earlier. We were talking the other day. Like the original talks was Fournier and Gordon to the Celtics for like Marcus Smart.
Yeah, Marcus Smart. Yeah, Marcus Smart and the 2 first rounders. Yeah.
Which I told Ralphie,
how do we get on Marcus Smart?
Oh, listen.
How do we become that third team in that deal and get Marcus Smart?
Danny Ainge would never allow that. He would jump off a building if that happened. But I did tell Ralphie if they traded Marcus Smart, that would be a mistake for Boston. So as a Sixers fan, hearing the Fournier Gordon for Marcus Smart and a ton of picks deal, I hope that happens as a Sixers fan. Because Marcus Smart is the glue of that team. And I'm not saying he's the star. Like I love Brown and Tatum, but Marcus Smart is the glue of that team.
I agree, but Evan Fournier still hasn't missed a shot against this, so then you're going to put him in Boston. I like him better in Orlando where we didn't see him, in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll take my chances.
RB, I do say that sometimes with him when it comes to Daryl Morey that I can sit back and say, I trust the ownership and I trust the people in charge. But I did watch the guy try to win games with nobody over 6'7" on the floor. So just last year, so it's tough for me to say like he can never make a bad move or a bad decision. You know what I mean? Like I do have confidence in Daryl Morey, but he's made bad decisions before. You know what I mean? It's not like Houston. What did Houston win? You know what I mean? Right. Nothing. So he's part of that. He's part of the trade for Westbrook. He's part of trading away Capella. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's part of changing that team to be a bunch of 6'5" guys.
I will say to both RB's point and to your point, Tom, I know we talked about this on Monday and a little bit last night. And tell me if I'm wrong here, guys, especially for the guys who haven't talked about this yet on the show. This is the most trust I've had in an organization as a whole, not just Daryl, but coaching staff, everything, since probably 2017 with the Eagles. I don't think it's even a debate. I think it's that and this.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I agree with RB too. I mean, part of it definitely had to do with what D'Antoni was doing with spacing and and they tried something different, and that's fine. And maybe that's part of the reason he decided to leave there, because he wasn't for that. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. But I do trust Darryl. I don't think he's going to do something to mess his team up for 5 years. You know what I mean? I think whatever he does is thinking not only this year, but down the road.
Yeah.
And not to mention, he tried to pull off a Golden State Warriors, but he lacked 3 things. He lacked, 4 or 5 of the greatest shooters of all time to spread around James Harden. You know what I mean? You could like James or not, but you didn't surround him with Seth, KD, Klay Thompson, and just a defensive minded guy in Draymond to help glue that together. So it was never going to work.
No. Todd
that's what makes the Warriors so unicornish, because they had 4 of the greatest shooters of all time, or 3 of the greatest shooters of all time. Like, you're never going to
at the same time.
At the same time, you're never going to replicate that.
Yeah.
What up, Todd?
I know someone said earlier, Norman Powell apparently in a press conference said, quote, "My roots are here. Obviously, I want to stay here and don't want to be traded." Well, you're probably going to get traded, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was nice.
Sounds great and oppressor, but
his roots are where? Orlando?
Tampa,
yeah.
Tampa.
In a hotel room? Yeah. Airbnb.
That's such a crazy situation right there. Like they're playing the whole year in Tampa. Like,
yeah.
And then you come out and say, "Oh, my roots are here." Where are your roots at?
Zach, it's an interesting name, especially because it seems like he's been rumored to go everywhere else but here. So it's like, hey, we need a backup 4. You know what I'm saying? I just think I wouldn't give up a boatload for him for 2 reasons. 1, he's a rental, and 2, he's always hurt. He's never on the court.
Yeah, I take a cheap flyer on him for sure. You know what I mean? He's talented. He's absolutely talented. It never established in Chicago. A lot of that's his own fault I'm not saying his own fault, but a lot of that's on him. He's just injured a lot, and then he's also got nothing around him but the almighty Zach LaVine. So, a lot of that, there's a lot of factors into that. I would absolutely take a cheap flyer on Lauri Markkanen as a backup and hope that a change of scenery and getting around some talent allows him to maybe flourish. Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me read this trade scenario off for you, right? So this is the reported deal if it was for Kyle Lowry, okay? Danny Green, Mike Scott, Tyrese Maxey, Shake Milton, a 2021 first rounder, and a 2024 second rounder via Miami.
And we're only getting Lowry back?
Yep.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Look at my boy DJ. Appreciate
you,
DJ. Who knows? Probably another 45, I would say. Maybe hoping something late night goes down.
Depending on if a trade happens.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
No, if you're all listening, go check out them 2 son of a bitches. Run it back Philly, DJ, and RB. Both do great fucking work over on YouTube. I don't like a lot of guys that do this shit. I think a lot of guys water it down for the people. Not those 2 son of a bitches. They kick ass. Love them 2 guys. So
I was watching RB stream right before I jumped on here.
Never. Yeah, I'm not trading Shake. I agree. Right. You have some scenarios you said you want to run down.
Well, I just run through a couple.
Sorry, they're way too valuable to trade away. That's what people don't understand. You trade away a 24-year-old fucking kid. Let's trade all the way to all the 24-year-old kids we can for 35-year-old Noah Eaton. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're fucking trading it away for. 35-year-old Noah Eaton. I ain't trading.
Noah just woke up when you said his name.
What? That's how Cass wakes up.
Noah's been asleep.
Yeah. Cass wakes up like Noah.
Hey, Sammy wakes up.
Noah woke up like, Howie did what? He drafted who?
What? We're already at the draft already? Trey Lance? Are you guys kidding me?
Jason Peters, false start? What?
We hired
Wait, guys, I got a call. Hold on. I think Howie's trying to reach me.
Oh dear. Yeah, Tom. To what you were going to bring
Well,
up.
they want me to attend the pro day. They're asking me where I went to school.
Tell them Audubon with Flacco.
Yeah.
You're signed.
Tell him you have long-term chemistry with Joe Flacco.
Tell them you caught 14 out of 15 balls thrown your way from Flacco.
All right, sounds good.
And why do you have an agenda? Because you only got 14 fucking targets. That's why you got an agenda 20 years later.
Whatever you do, Noah, don't tell Howie you have heavy feet. That's it.
You got it.
The way Kyle talked about Pitts' footwork, I was like, shit, man. Maybe I should have played.
Yeah. I'll tell him I run a 4.40. I'm only 37.
Not you. I love you talking. Miguel, shut the fuck up. Why would you trade for JaVale McGee?
He's been saying that in the chat for the past 20 minutes over and over again. It doesn't make sense.
JaVale McGee, Ralph.
I do love me some JaVale McGee, but why would you trade for him?
No. I have no desire for JaVale McGee.
No, we let everybody get involved. Just once people talk, we let them talk. So we can't wake a guy up from a power nap.
Listen. Noah was resting. He knows a trade's happening at 2 a.m. and he said, "I have to be prepared."
He was suffocating an ant with his eyes. That's what he was doing.
I was just going to say he was hibernating, but whatever you just said was better, I guess.
And on that note, I have to go as well. My left arm is killing me.
Yeah, that's not from Jerk Off Gate. That's from the shot.
It's from the shot. A PSA: get your vaccination.
Feel it in your dick. Hey, I've had to save. PSA: I've had to save you twice tonight. Okay, got to come to save you twice for your comments. Could be misconstrued twice.
Yes.
Don't worry, Daddy. You saved you twice. What was it? Reading books to kids? Or something?
Yeah, this is why I read the kids.
No. He sings.
Oh, sings to kids.
Sings to 5 and 6 year olds.
Yeah. We had to confirm.
Because I work at a school, I'm an essential worker according to the CDC.
Yeah, Ralph. Yeah, go off screen, Ralph. It's probably better. Yeah, exactly. The problem is, Frank, you took like 30 minutes to bring up like, oh yeah, because I work at a school.
It was a pause. It was just like
a long pause.
We love you, Frank. We love you. We're here to save you sometimes.
Be well, Frank.
Hey, be well.
I'll try. I will. Yeah, my arm feels like a crab is hanging on me for a while, but oh well. I'll be fine.
My 93-year-old grandma didn't complain this much about her shot.
Some kid will just punch you in the other arm tomorrow.
Probably. All right. I'll see y'all.
See you, Frank.
Oh, that was quick. Who ended him that quick?
Not me.
Not me. Thank you, RB.
RB, thanks, brother.
You know it. What was I just gonna? Oh, there's almost 200 people watching right now. Get us up over 200 likes. Hit the subscribe. No, we got like 25 fucking shows on this platform. And it ain't, you guys see us a good amount of time, but there's plenty of other people and plenty of other shows. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Let's go.
So what I'll do real quick,
love
guys,
all the comments too. Love all the comments. Love them.
It's friggin' rapid fire. I'll pull up the standings and I'll just give you guys in the fam at home I'll just give a name of the team and you tell me if they should be buying or selling. And if any of the fam at home thinks like they have a prediction on who that team is going to get, say, oh, the Celtics, oh, they're going to get Aaron Gordon, then let us know. And that goes for you guys as well. So I'll skip the obvious.
They're going to get Aaron Gordon.
Very good, Greg. Very good. I'll skip the obvious ones. So, like, we know the Sixers and the Nets. We know what they're doing. I'll go to the team. I'll say the Hornets, okay? Because I think, obviously, a lot of moving pieces. We would probably have said they were buyers before the Ball injury.
I would say neither.
So they're just chilling?
They're just hanging. Why would they don't need to do anything. They're actually in a good spot. They got a good young player. Gordon Hayward. Looks like to be a good deal for them, right?
Mhm.
So I mean,
So far, yeah.
Yeah, to me, they let guys like Malik Monk play a little bit more than they probably expected. They sort of see what he is, and you know what I mean. Whatever. I think they're just sitting. They're just waiting.
Go ahead.
No, I was just say I agree. I think for the right move, I think they could do either or.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they're just kind of sitting there waiting. If the right move comes along that allows them to either buy or sell, depending on what the deal is. But yeah, I just think they're chilling in the weeds, waiting it out.
What do they have to sell? Like,
you get Terry Rozier. You know, is a hot name to get out of that contract.
There's rumors with them and the Lakers.
It just doesn't make sense to move Terry Rozier for them. Like if LaMelo was playing right now, then move him. But nobody has better. Like in the last 5 minutes of games, I think Terry Rozier, like analytical wise, has like something like the almost made a first or second highest field goal percentage under like 4 minutes in a basketball game. Like that's pretty something like really impressive like that, guys. Like I was reading the other day with Terry Rozier. Like I don't know if I'm them, I don't trade him unless somebody, freaking, smacks me over the head with it.
Ralphie,
thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, Matt. Can you bring up, Ralphie, the trade scenario that was talked about on ESPN today between the Lakers and Hornets?
The one that you sent me, right?
Yes, the one I sent you. Yes. I agree, though, Tom. It's funny, if they still had LaMelo Ball, I actually was saying that Al Horford would make a lot of sense for them, or an Aldridge, for example, or there was one other name I saw that would make a lot of sense. But to me, it sucks. They're like fourth, fifth in the East, but I think they're
to stay there. Everybody knows, like they're not going anywhere. Like LaMelo is a huge loss for them, but it just gives Rozier more minutes.
Yeah,
it does.
And another thing too is that they're at the beginning of the injury, they thought they would lose him for the year, but there's optimism and hope that he can be coming back at the end of the year, that he won't miss any extended time and can come back for a playoff run. But we'll see. I think to that question, Ryan, I think they stay put. I don't think they make a trade.
What was you want to read that deal real quick?
So the trade would have been, the rumors were Terry Rozier, Malik Monk, and Bismack Biyombo to the Lakers for Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Alfonso McKinney, and a 2023 second-round pick. Obviously, you got to make the money work, so both of those guys, Harrell and KCP, are in the deal.
This is true. Like this is like you guys keep writing it in, or it's just bullshit.
I'm really hoping I'm getting trolled right
now. I didn't get anything.
I didn't get anything.
I didn't get anything either, but I'm just curious where everybody.
No, the only thing I'm seeing right now on Kyle Lowry, somebody said Kyle Lowry left the game crying. Looks like it's his last game in Toronto.
Yeah, I think this was
troll. Thank God, Styles. Thank God.
Right now.
Yeah, we're safe for another couple minutes.
I've got nothing, but when 3 different people said it, I was like,
"Oh, I know." I was looking at that too. I was feeling. I didn't have a good feeling for a second time.
You're all good though. That's good work out of you 3. I don't know if you guys fucking inbox each other or what, but great work. Great troll job. Great work out of you. The way you keep it nonchalant, like we got them, ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Yeah, fuck you guys, shifty jerk off.
I'm confident in saying, based off of what happened when we were on the air for draft night for the NBA, I think if something's going to happen, Ralph's going to know about it first because he told us about the Seth Curry trade before anyone in the country. Remember how quick he was on that? Like before anyone knew. So
source talk.
Ralph's got like 9 screens over there. So if it's not coming from Ralphie, I can't believe I'm saying this. If it's not coming from Ralphie, I don't believe it's true. I'm probably going to regret saying that in about 3 minutes, but it sounds good right now. Another team, the Knicks.
I think the Knicks are buyers.
Yeah, I agree with that, Greg.
I agree. I think it kind of what I alluded to earlier with Oladipo, right? I think the Knicks are in a situation where they got burned by Kyrie, they got burned by KD, they got burned by every other free agent this offseason. One of the only ways that they can either get a superstar is draft them, and we know that's not happening. and trading for a guy like Oladipo and thinking he's going to put them over the top, or somebody else, right? Aaron Gordon, right? Whoever it is. I don't think they need another power forward because they got 7 of them already on the roster. But I think that's the route that they're going to go. Well, provide RJ Barrett quickly and some of these guys with a veteran superstar to try and grow.
Greg, I'll say this.
Tommy's at a 10.
They got they have quickly to be able to throw in that deal, which probably entices the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Right. So they do have that. But no, I mean, they would have a nice backcourt with Lonzo and RJ for sure. Donovan, appreciate it. On a scale of 1, appreciate the super chat. On a scale of 1 to 10, how mad would you be if they got Kyle Lowry? I'd be like a 7, 7.5 until I find out what's been given. That can go up or down. You know what I mean? That could easily go to a 10 real quick, or that could be at a 5 or a 4, right? You know what I mean? Luka Garza stinks, by the way. Everybody chiming in Luka Garza. He will not be able to play defense in the NBA. Okay? I'm sorry. Great college player. There's great college players like Tyler Hansborough, and then there's guys who are not athletic enough to play at this level. And I think that's what people forget. The next level athleticism-wise is just unfair. It truly is. It's totally unfair, and there's no way he can cover stretch 5s in this league because the league's full of them. They're full of them. Now, if it was back to the basketball like it was 20 years ago, then I would say, yeah, he could definitely play in this league. Right now, he's hurt by the athleticism in this league. The dude can't move. The dude can't move. He's not a bad offensive player at all. I mean, he can score it. But defensively, I mean, he's going to get drafted. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
But us this year.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, he can't – I don't know. He's got to get a lot more athletic laterally to be able to really be a good player in this league. Will he play probably for a long time? Yeah. He'll play for 10 years just because he's huge. You know what I mean? But that's my knock on him.
So real quick on the Kyle Lowry front.
Oh, Jesus.
According to Jordan Schultz, the Raptors are reportedly holding up much of the league due to the huge asking prices for Kyle Lowry and Norman Powell.
Yeah.
The goal, then you know what, Lonzo ball it up, okay? If they want to play games with me, stay in friggin' Tampa. I almost said stay in Toronto, but they're not in Toronto.
That's the problem. If the Knicks are in on Lonzo, I think the Knicks win it. Like, who you rather have? I mean, give me quickly, man. I'm sorry. Like, if I can get quickly, I'm taking quickly over Maxey or Thybulle. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I just am. You know, so that's where that deal gets more enticing if I'm the Pelicans, because then I'm saying, well, how good are the Knicks going to be? I'm probably going to have a better pick, too.
Yeah.
I have better picks than I will with the Sixers.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially when I get the Sixers Lonzo, right? So you look at it from like an exec side of things. I mean, it makes sense to New York, and it makes sense for New York to be in on that. Now, again, do they have enough money-wise to make it happen? I don't know, but they definitely have young talent to make it happen. Just quickly alone can make it happen.
Zach, that's a really good question. To me, the players that are not the highlight names right now that could get traded, I would say anybody on Indiana, Harrison Barnes. Yeah, I would probably say anyone on Indiana and Harrison Barnes. Maybe Will Barton, because I know his name popped up like a month ago.
Can you imagine waking up and Sabonis got traded?
They're apparently Tom told me this last night. I couldn't believe it. He was saying, and it was true because I read up on it afterwards. The Pacers are taking calls on everybody.
Yeah.
So, like,
I mean, if you're a GM, you should be taking calls on everybody, right? I mean, that's doing your job. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
But no, it sounds like to me they're like shopping because they're 9th right now in the East.
Obviously, Nate McMillan was at fault for that one, right?
Yo, you see what he's doing? See, hey, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, turned around Atlanta. Turned around Atlanta.
You know what I mean?
We didn't understand it at the time. We were saying it at the time. It didn't make any sense.
You try to get cute.
That would be an issue, Philly.
Why you got to talk that into existence, Philly?
Yeah,
come on, bro.
No, I disagree, Styles. I don't think Chicago's trading Levine. I don't think so.
Hey, fellas, I'm going to call tonight.
All right, Noah.
All right, Noah.
All right, you guys
sweet
be
dreams,
well.
brother.
Happy trading.
Happy trading. Yeah.
I mean, we could have just never gave Jeremy Grant away to begin with.
Ding.
True.
Did Noah fall asleep trying to get off the street?
I didn't want to hit the button. I didn't want to hit the button on him. I think he might have. I don't know. Ralph, give him a text. Just make sure he's all right. Just call him.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
Just make sure he's okay. You know what I'm saying?
I know dude works some crazy hours, but yeah.
I think he might have fallen asleep on air. I don't know.
Jacob, I think he's saying.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Yeah, Ralph, I agree with you, Ralph. There's no. Why would they move him?
Yeah, I think, and I think even the organization came out and said that. I think he's off the market now. I think they're keeping him.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing well.
They're winning. They were chucking when they were losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Levi, they don't have their top three big guys. I hear you. I love to see it. But, I mean, they don't have the big three right now.
No, true. But
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
They're really just missing two guys, essentially. We've missed two guys.
And really, if we want to be technical, they're really only missing one because Kyrie's always due for like a little vacation.
They're really only missing two because one of the three is always out. What up, Bulldogs?
Bulldogs, what's up, brother?
I don't know what we do with Drummond. Like, I don't know the point. Like, why do we size?
Drummond's interesting. Probably Mavericks, I would say, if he goes to a buyout.
I guess the thought, because I know it's a thought I had before, was to back up Joel. But I think the dynamic of Dwight, has been a lot better than I anticipated it being, right? I know Drummond, my thought was years before. You know what I mean? Like previous years, bring him in to either at times go Twin Towers because Joel can play on the outside, or just be that backup so you don't lose a lot. But yeah, anymore though, I don't have that concerns because Dwight has played so well.
Ted FX, would you guys be pissed if we traded Maxey for Ball? Absolutely not.
No. I think that would be getting a great return on investment.
I think that would be ideal, actually, especially if you don't have to include Thybulle and anything ridiculous.
Agree, Marky Mark. Embiid kills everybody, and he especially kills Drummond. I don't want Luka Garza, David.
No. John, I'll take a look at that for you, John.
I mean, if we didn't have Bradley or Dwight, then I would consider it. Like, if he was there when we picked, you know what I mean? Like, we're picking late in the first round, so sure. But, I'm not going out of my way for him, personally. A lot of people want Luka Garza. Jeez, where did Luka Garza love?
I don't understand.
Evan Fournier's good. Evan Fournier's a walking bucket.
He hasn't missed a shot against us in the last 4 years.
He's making 17 mil, final year of his contract. So it would be a rental.
Who?
So it would have
Who's
to.
Who's this?
Fournier.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Yes.
So, because I know John was asking what we would have to give up for him if we're not giving up Danny or Seth. I mean, you're probably going to have to give up like 6 players then just to get to the contract.
Just to get to the money.
So if
Philly 2-4 was the G League MVP and the G League Finals MVP.
3 nights in a row, huh, Tom?
Over Garza, huh? Boom, I take it. I stamped that approval.
B-ball Paul.
B-ball Paul. I mean, I love the Twitter handle. It's great.
Let's see. I do agree with Zach. He says we need a strong 8-9 man rotation to beat the Nets 4 times in the playoff series. You can sign a Maxey down the road, train him to win that. Well, listen, I don't want to sell Maxey's potential short, and I don't think anyone is. But I think people, as much as we love him, and I'm not directing it at you three, but kind of the people at home, Maxey is not a difference maker this year in the playoffs. If he's playing serious minutes, I'm thinking to myself, and it's not because he's not a good player. I'm thinking to myself, what happened to the other 4 guys in front of him?
Yeah, who's hurt?
He's not going to be, and he's not going to be a factor.
And I think our roster or our rotation's kind of already set at that 8-9, right? I mean, you obviously have your starting 5,
mm-hmm.
and then you go Shake, Korkmaz, Dwight. That's 8 right there.
And then Thybulle.
And then Thybulle is 9.
As a specialist, yeah.
Style.
That's it.
50. You're like the boy who cried wolf. You know what I'm saying? You're like the boy who cried wolf. Like, there's no way we're believing what you're writing in right now.
What happened?
I said Shifty. Shifty's like the boy who cried wolf. We're not believing what he's writing in right now.
We got Delon right. Yeah. Shifty, you know we have Twitter, like we have access to, so we can look.
Woj bombs only. Or Ralph bombs.
A couple more teams real quick. I'll go over to the West. Well, I'll ask you, Ralphie. What do you think your Lakers are doing?
Buyout market.
No, sell.
Nah.
Won't even make the playoffs.
Flex fit, John. I need to get the snapback ones.
John, that's that's the OG hat, John. That's not available, unfortunately, on Philly Drinkers.
I do need to get the snapback one though. But for the Lakers, real quick, I think we're a buyout team. Again.
Warriors.
Who's your target?
Oh yeah. Who are you going after, Ralphie?
I want LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, and I want a supermodel. I want a supermodel too. So.
Oh my God, Greg.
I want Zach LaVine and 3 first-round picks, but you
know. Right? Yeah, I know.
I mean, if we're gonna play that game, now, you know what I mean? Like
Greg wants James Harden on the Orlando Magic. You know what I'm saying?
I want James Harden. I don't care anywhere. I put him on the Lakers just so they can implode.
Philly 0024 has a question for you, Ralphie. Does Marcus?
I don't think he does. No, I don't think he does.
Just gonna keep getting fined and suspended.
What do you mean? Gasol?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Didn't he get didn't he get fined or something for conduct detrimental to the team like last week?
No.
Maybe it was a different Gasol.
Who? Mark? Who's not in the league?
You mean Powell?
What do you mean? I was going to say there's only one other one. He's not playing.
I might have read the wrong Woj Twitter account. My bad.
Yeah.
Or you read like a Twitter like post from like 9 years ago for something with Powell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Noah Bertola asks a great question. He says, guys, if you were given the job of the Sixers GM right now and you could only make one trade, what are you doing?
James Harden. No,
shut up. I want you to go first, though, Ralphie. As a non-Sixers fan, if you were Daryl Morey for, let's just say an hour, because I don't want you to be Daryl for.
Now, can I make any move though?
Realistic.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Realistic. Not Bradley Beal for Furkan and a 3rd round pick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I would do. Dang, this is tough. Because I can only make one trade, so I got to hit on this trade.
KB, Greg is looking at. He was reading Shifty's comments. That's where you read the Gasol report. It was Shifty.
I got caught.
You've been duped.
I would do Normal Powell.
Okay. All right. Greg.
This is an interesting one.
It's great.
It is because you only get one chance, and you got to hit on the trade.
It's like that Eminem song, right? You get one shot, one up. No.
Please don't quote Eminem. Please. It's too late for this.
Just because I'm an issue and we know this.
Yes, I want you to be the issue so I don't sound too harsh.
I'm going Danny Green for Zach LaVine. And stuff, right? Just because I'm an issue.
Styles, what are you saying? But question, how you feel about adding Marvin Bagley, if possible, without losing the core bench? But Ralphie knows this. I love Marvin Bagley, but I'm not playing that game.
You're not trading for him no more? He's off the market for you,
Listen,
right?
okay, I get enough flack for the Bielitsa and Buddy Hield and the Zach LaVine.
Well, you can't. Can you trade injured players in the NBA if they're
Marvin Bagley stinks.
I did like the Detroit Pistons got a deal where they were saying, what were they offering, Sadiq Bey or something?
Yeah,
or no,
the Kings offered Marvin Bagley for Sadiq Bey, and Detroit said no.
Yeah,
if Detroit's saying no with their record right now, then you know you don't want them.
To Noah's question, one trade I'm making. I liked somebody said earlier Buddy Hield if he's available, but no, because you're going to have to go up Danny Green. I would say Norman Powell.
I said Bobo.
I know. I'm surprised you didn't say. Surprised you didn't say Bol, right?
I said realistic now.
Know,
okay, if I went crazy, I'm going to get myself in trouble here. I'm not going to be able to do a show for 2 weeks.
Put him in timeout.
I'll be put on a sabbatical.
Yeah,
with Marcus All.
Yeah, yep.
The one I would do would be Lonzo.
Nice.
And trying to just give up one of the two kids' picks, and then whatever I have to give up to match contracts. I think that makes us the better team. I think it keeps him here for 4 or 5 years, and lets that window stay open for a while. What's up, fam? So many people over on YouTube. First off, I'm getting the call from the wife. Needed for the little dude.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I gotta go like 5 minutes here.
Okay.
I'm doing late night shows every night here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? About time I got the call in. But pound that like button. That's what I was
Get him, Len. Get him, Len.
Pound the goddamn like button. I wish it was a booty call. Go in and freaking change diapers.
It's a booty award. It's a duty call.
Shifty, we're not buying it. We're not. Oh, they just got LaVine for Green. I feel like anything we said, we're like, oh, just. Let me see here. A couple more. I agree with Zach. He says getting this 1 seed is so important. The difference between the 1 seed and the 2 seed is playing a team like the Hawks in round 2 or the Bucks and Nets. Yeah, I mean, it's all about that.
You've been playing the Nets until the Eastern Conference Finals. Like if the Nets are the 2 seed and you're the 1 seed, you can't see them to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
That's how it works. So, that's why I don't worry about who the 2 seed is. You know what I mean? You really got to worry about, okay, who's 3, 4, 5, right? Because they're probably the teams you're going to have to play in the second round. You know what I mean? So who are they? Miami, Milwaukee, right? That's the way you got to think, depending on what the Celtics do at the deadline, right? Maybe them. So, I mean, that's the way you have to look at it. Like, they're the teams you're going to have to play in the second round to get to the Nets.
Lord Walker. Okay. 2 things. One, I'm trying to be responsible. Okay. I'm trying to be responsible. I'm not, my feelings on Buddy Hield. Okay. I don't shut up about Buddy Hield. But I'm not overhauling this roster. I'm not switching it up. Nobody's saying that Danny Green isn't a better player than Buddy Hield. I'm not comparing the players. Okay.
Buddy Hield will score 20 and give up 25. I mean, he don't play any defense.
And that's my concern. If you're giving him up along with Thybulle, because Sacramento would absolutely want Thybulle in that deal because they don't play any defense. You're hurting defensive-wise. You are. I'm trying to stay away from the big splashy machine talks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a deal that you make if you do it. That's a deal you make in the offseason. That way you can
6th. If we were on that losing streak, then yes. But you know what I mean?
Because now you know what you have. And again, I'm not the biggest Danny Green fan. I'll trade him for just about anybody. But at least going back to, I know Tom's been big on this and he's not wrong, but going back to the chemistry, going back to having a good core of veterans absolutely makes sense. And so when you know what you have to be absolutely bowled over to include that type of player in a deal. And I completely agree.
I'll say it a million times. I'm okay with trading nothing. Chemistry matters. A team that wins matters. right? My biggest asset that I can make move-wise after the deadline is getting Joel and Seth back. All right? That's bigger than any deal I can make. Period. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to. It's fun to talk about, but they don't have to do anything. And I think that's the great part about it. If you wake up and they do nothing, are you going to be mad? Like, are people really going to be mad? I want to know, before we wrap this up tonight, are people going to be upset if they don't make a move?
No, because this last week and a half, especially with this bench, again, you asked me that same question 2 weeks ago, I'd be pissed because I thought we needed such a huge upgrade, especially bench-wise. And whether that meant trading for a starter and pushing someone to the bench or however you did that, right? But I think the bench has sustained itself over the last week, 2 weeks, and has played it at a larger scale to where we can trust the production that we're getting from them.
Yeah, I agree, Greg. Like I said, I agree that a trade probably should be made, but I'm not in the situation where I'm going to be pissed. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the buyout market is a thing. If we were in some alternate, timeline where the buyout market wasn't an option, the only way to make a move from now till playoff time was trade, then we'd be in a different situation. But like I said,
will we be in though? Like that's what me and you'd butt heads about this. Because you're such a trade junkie that we're just never going to fully get out. Like in your wording, you said, "Well, I think they should." Well, why should? Like, there's nothing that said should. Like we had this conversation 2 weeks ago when Joe went down, and we said we're going to find out if we need to make a move by the 25th. Mm-hmm. We're going to find out, and all we've done is win basketball games. All we've done is had other guys step up to win basketball games. Like, that's the greatest thing I could see. Better than any move I could see. Like, what would be worse? Like us playing terrible basketball and being forced into a move? No, because then, I'd rather continue to play great basketball. And if he doesn't make a move, I'm not going to be mad at all. Like, I don't think they have to. They should, etc. They should do whatever's best for their basketball team. If the right deal's there, go ahead. But even if they don't even do buyouts, like if they just said, we're good, like I would say, okay, go run it.
The reason why I say they should is because they will be able to add little pieces, whether it's a backup point guard, backup power forward, or whatever, by giving up literally nothing. You know what I'm saying? They have the exceptions. They have the tradable contracts. They have the picks, the second round picks, to where it would, to make a very good upgrade to your bench, a la Ellington, DeLon Wright, etc., to give up literally nothing. That's my you know what I'm saying? It's that you can make a move that is so quiet, but that could so far help you in the playoffs. That's why I say you should. Because if those moves weren't out there to where, you need a big splash move or nothing, then I would completely agree with you. Then I'd be like, okay, it's either
this small move. I understand that. I'm not like running from a tiny move. We have not talked one goddamn small move in essentially in 45 million minutes of airtime that we've talked in the last 3 weeks. We've mentioned small moves very far and few between. Not saying we haven't never, but like we've talked big move, right? So yes, I understand like small moves are part of it, but in this conversation right now, like would you be mad if they didn't make a move? I'm talking about all the names that have been mentioned, like the big ones. Not like, okay, you go make a small move for a Wayne Ellington, right? Like I'm not talking about that kind of move. I'm talking about like anything with like major substance. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care about it. If they want to go in the buyout market and upgrade their four, absolutely. They want to go make a small trade for a guard that can score a little bit more, go ahead. But if you don't do nothing, this team's in great shape right now. They're only going to get better when Joel and Seth come back. So that's why, like, that's my deal. Like, you know what I mean? I know it's funny, but like, that's my deadline deal. I get the MVP back and Seth. But again, can they do little things that make their bench deeper? Yeah, but it depends. Like, if they're going to run 8-9 off their bench, do they believe in the 8 and 9 they have now over other guys, right? That becomes a little bit of a question on what they think there. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next, until 3:00 tomorrow. On who like opens up the playing field per se, like what team makes that first move, who gets dealt first, and it'd be funny if nothing happened too.
3:00 today, actually, like later today. I wanted to sound like Charles Barkley for a second when he was doing the late night things for the tournament. Like, oh, you mean today, Ernie? You mean today?
Forgot that the day went by already.
Yeah. Last thing real quick, just because Ted asked us a couple times. That way we put our official stamp on it. So I'll just give you a name. You tell me where they're going, okay? Just for everyone before we go out of here. So Lonzo, staying or going?
Going.
This will play the game he's going. I'll say he goes and goes to the Knicks.
I say he goes to the Bulls. Thank you, Lord Walker.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lord.
I agree.
Lord, I don't think anyone's willing or ready to give it up, but it's also not going to hold us up.
Victor Oladipo, staying or going?
Goes.
Going.
Where?
Miami.
New York. Tom?
I'll just say goes to. I don't even know. Maybe he goes to New. No, he can't go to New York too. Miami. Say Miami.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Lakers. Are we talking
Tom,
about buyout too?
who'd you say, Tom?
Lakers. I said Lakers as well.
Ooh.
I thought he said Sixers first.
I thought he said Sixers too. I was like,
I'm like, wait a second, what?
giddy up. I'll go Sixers. I love LaMarcus.
I think he stays until buyout and he ends up on Madden.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just think he's not playing in San Antonio after.
Yeah, he won't finish the season.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon.
Boston.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Boston. Damn it.
Yeah.
Boston.
A couple more. Norman Powell.
Stays.
I mean, for sake of argument, we're just saying everybody's going. Like in my head, so I'll just say Sixers just for fun.
I'll go weird one.
I think he stays too. I think
too, but I'll say Sixers for funsies.
I'll go weird one.
Love the funsies.
I'll go Powell to the Clippers.
Okay.
Gotcha, okay.
Ooh.
Run these other ones through quick.
The last one I have is Lowry. That's all I have.
Split. I'm saying Miami too.
I
went
Yeah,
Lowry
Miami.
and Oladipo in Miami.
Oh my God! Could you
Super
imagine?
team.
Super old team.
Yep, 2012.
Fonzie talk. So listen, tomorrow night, if things go as planned, we will be reacting to the Lakers, Sixers, and look to have a bunch of people on. I know Ralphie, Rye, myself, and then Jimmy and Evan want to jump on too, so we'll have them guys on as well. So that'll be fun.
The Ben Simmons slander squad.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Yes, Sixers will win the East, the Golden Rule. Kyle Lowry going in the Heat. Wouldn't be surprised. Sorry, where was I reading? Where them trades at? I don't know.
Jesse wants to know if you feel shame wearing the Flyers shirt, Greg.
No. I still love my boys, even though they suck right now.
Powell going to Indiana. That's a good one.
It's interesting.
Listen, do us a favor. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your alerts on. Shows all the time here, every day. Most of the time, more than one. So you get numerous ones, numerous shows. Enjoy your trade deadline day. All right, the day is here. Enjoy it. Hopefully, there's some moving and shaking for everybody, because I know everybody wants it in some fashion, even if it's not here. I know how people feel about trades. So soak it in and listen. Hopefully, the Sixers can get better and not go crazy. We're gonna find out, right? We're gonna find out where it all stands starting tomorrow night, and we'll know what kind of team we have. Not just in that Lakers game, but like moving forward, right? Levert's a great name.
Is he back yet?
Yeah,
he's playing. Yep.
I would love this.
Yeah, he dropped 17 tonight.
I would love to make a call on LeVert. I like LeVert.
Yeah,
All right,
buddy.
man.
I'll go to the machine.
For Tom, Ryan, Greg, Ralphie, Frank, Noah, Nate, all you guys out there, man, tons of fucking comments. It's unreal. Unreal. Keep pounding that like button. Get us over 200 likes tonight. We're right there. We're close to it. Ryan, we appreciate it. It's a great show, guys. Everybody out there, like all you guys, man, tons of yous. And all the super chats. We can't thank
Hold on. We got a trade.
I just saw it.
Yeah, we got a trade. The Detroit Pistons are trading guard DeLon Wright to the Sacramento Kings for guard, Corey Joseph and 2 second-round picks.
It's a weird trade.
Yeah.
2 shit teams.
That's the first trade of the night. Comes at 12:27 a.m.
Well,
It's a very strange deal to kick it off.
Yeah.
Bielitsa's
there goes
still
Corey
on the
Joseph,
board, Ralphie.
Ryan.
Bielitsa's still on the board.
I'm not like that's the weirdest fucking trade of all time.
I don't understand that. I don't condone that trade.
For all the fam that chimed in on ATD Wednesday nights and ATD After Dark that was on right before, we love all you guys. Stay tuned tomorrow night. You'll have the Hockey Happy Hour and a lot of us guys on same time. We'll be on YouTube. We'll be strictly YouTube. So come join us over here for Sixers live reactions tomorrow night. So you have the hockey guys breaking down the end of another Flyers loss, and we'll be talking about a win. So love y'all. We out.